The Social Security Administration has made a small burial fund available to every senior citizen who qualifies, but it's not enough, so the state has approved an affordable burial program that could pay the entire cost that the Social Security Administration has made.
Something was stolen from me.
I don't like it.
But I will tell you this, though. I think it was stolen from me.
I was going to say, is there any possible way you misplaced it? Was it your ninth Apple Watch?
No. I know where that is.
Okay.
All right. What day did we practice? Tuesday?
Last week? We practiced.
Between you and Joe. I think it was Tuesday.
Yeah, I think it was Tuesday.
No, it was Wednesday.
It
was Wednesday. I have it in my calendar.
Wednesday. Okay. So Wednesday we went after the show. I grabbed my guitar, put it in the back seat of the car, drove all the way to St. Petersburg, went and jammed out with the band.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think on Wednesday I got a massage because my lower back was killing me, and then after practice I was like, I'm not feeling it, and I did not have to pick up Juliana from school, so I think I went and got a massage.
Okay.
And the next day I went and I picked up my daughter from school, and I ended up picking up 4 girls from school.
Mm-hmm.
My daughter and 3 of her friends were all coming over. So we got home. And I thought, oh man, I left my guitar in the back seat, and those girls all sat back there. They probably stepped on it, or what did they do with it? There was no. And then I looked in the back seat, and there was no guitar. Sometime between practice and Friday morning, someone stole my guitar out of my truck.
Now,
Yeah.
do you always lock your doors?
So yes. To my knowledge, I lock my doors.
Okay.
No. Like here's the thing, Carmen. There's two things. There's a little button on the door that you can press when you have your key in your pocket that will lock and unlock the door.
Right.
I don't know if that unlocks all the doors or just that particular door.
If you
follow
hit
what I'm saying?
So if you touch the handle, if you touch that button once, it unlocks the driver's door. If you touch it twice, it unlocks all the other doors.
So I think there's a possibility that I thought I was locking the door and I unlocked the back door, or locked only the front door. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a chance that I might have screwed that up as far as locking the door.
So you think that possibly you were getting a massage, bass is in the back seat of the car, somebody walks by and says, yoink?
Yes.
Do you think it's possible that you left the bass at Joe's house, or do you know that you put it in the car?
So I thought that was a possibility. I called Joe. It took 4 days for Joe to check and get back to me and let me know that there was no bass.
Have you looked on eBay?
I have not. Can I tell you, the truth is that thankfully, through our sponsorship with Dean Guitars, I have several Dean Hillsborough basses, so I'm not really missing the bass. It stinks that I lost one, but I can live without it. But the other thing was, it had my goddamn strap on there, and I like that strap.
Yeah.
So that is kind of bugging me a little bit.
Which one was it? The Sunburst?
The Sunburst guitar.
Which was sitting out there
Yes.
the other day, so you didn't forget it to take to practice.
Exactly.
All right.
So my bass was yoinked from my car.
Uh-huh.
I'm very upset about it.
Well, I mean, I gotta be honest with you. That's on you. If you leave a bass in a car
it gets better.
that's unlocked, then
Well, I didn't know that I left it unlocked.
but you know,
I know.
musicians
What
are
I'm
some of the
saying,
biggest thieves in the world.
what I'm saying is I thought that I locked it, but I must have hit the wrong thing. So I accidentally left it unlocked. What they didn't know is my iPad was front seat. They did not get my iPad. That would have made me very upset. You can replace a bass, but you can't replace an iPad that easily. I mean, you can. It's more expensive.
So maybe out there somewhere.
So my bass is probably so. Just so you know, if you stole the bass and you didn't know you stole it from me, Well, I was deep into getting a massage from an Asian lady who was grinding her knees into my lower back area. Yeah, not as delightful as you normally think when you think Asian massage. While I was getting that done, you yoinked my bass. And I should put one of those air tags in them, but I don't really care that much.
Really, you're mostly concerned with the strap.
I'm mostly concerned with the strap, and I do have another strap like that. But here's the thing: I wasn't always the law-abiding citizen that I am now. You may have done some things in your past that you regret. I'm not mad at the person. I would like to have it back, and I would even offer a reward. So if you're the person who stole it, and right now you're going, oh my God, I didn't know that bass I stole was Mike Calta's bass. Or maybe, I stole Mike Calta's bass. Either way, in my mind, if you get it back to me, you have now recovered my bass. You didn't steal my bass.
No.
You recovered it.
You found out who stole it. You got it from them.
So if you're the guy who stole it, you could easily turn that around by bringing it back and saying, look what I got. No questions asked. And I will give you a prize.
Okay.
So now as somebody who stole the bass from me, I'll give you $100 cash. How do you like that?
Oh,
$100 cash and some tickets to something. Something that Carmen has.
All of a sudden, you're $100 in your pocket and you're watching Foreigner.
And you stole my initial bass, but I don't care. I forgive and forget. And you don't even have to bring it to me. You can leave it at the radio station with your Venmo, and I'll Venmo you the money.
Well,
no, I will.
yeah,
I'm giving you my word.
I don't know if you want to get involved and leave the Venmo, and then all of a sudden the cops show up and stuff.
Certainly don't want them to show. Well, I'll give you. Look, I'm going to give you my word. Two things: one, I will pay you the money, and two, I will not involve law enforcement. I am not. I understand that people do dumb things, whether on a day or it could have been somebody who's like, man, I really wish I played bass. In that case, I might just let you keep the bass. Just give me the strap back. You know what I'm saying? If you wrote me an email and said, man, I stole your bass. I'm sorry. I just really always wanted to play bass and I couldn't afford one. I'd be like, you know what? Keep that one. Or I'll give you a different one. I kind of like that one.
What about this?
Yeah.
Whoever stole it brings it back, and if they're a better bassist than you,
they get
to keep the bass. And they're in the band.
Can they play the Strokes or the Struts?
Yeah. I don't really like that at all.
No? All right. Well,
I played that song all right, though, didn't I?
Yeah,
we did okay.
Yeah. Don't know the name.
Don't know
play
the
it,
name.
though.
Look at line 8. You may want to take that call first before we play a game.
This is a lie. Steve, you're on the Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Listen to me. The guitar's gone. I still got the strap, and I'm holding the scissors.
Steve, I don't believe you.
You know how many regular-sized guitar straps I can make out of this thing right now if I put this thing up?
Oh, no.
What does it look like?
What does it look like? It looks like a bass guitar strap for a fat guy.
No.
That's it.
There's a certain pattern on that you'd recognize.
I'm thinking of doing keychains and putting it on eBay. I want 4 VIP tickets to, that Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Yep. Do me a favor. Just wrap it around your neck.
And I
tie
want
it to a
nudes
pole.
with JoJo.
All right.
Everybody wants that.
We're on it. Thank you. I'll send you the JoJo nudes. Now, I barely heard you two belittling the scouts over there during the break. I said save it for the air, but I don't really know. First, it started out you were talking about Girl Scout cookies, and then I heard you taking a shot at the scouts. I am forever a fan of the Boy Scouts.
Really?
I was a
in the
Boy
Boy Scouts until he was like 19 or something.
Until I was 15.
But you did not make Eagle Scout.
I did not. I realized at that point. How dare you?
Isn't that when you got diddled by a girl or something?
I didn't know that was before scouting, and I was never diddled by any scoutmaster or patrol leader or any of that stuff. I had a wonderful staff of volunteers that were there. You saying I'm not attractive enough as a child to be diddled?
To go that long and not make Eagle Scout, that's not.
Eagle Scout usually came around 18. Most of the Eagle Scouts did it when they were like a senior in high school.
Yeah.
I just decided to not go anymore after like my sophomore year.
That's like you play football your whole life and decide I'm not going to go to the NFL.
Well, it wasn't that. I mean, it was a lot that went into becoming an Eagle Scout. It wasn't just hang around and put in the time. You had to do a lot, and I realized I did not have it.
If you said you were an Eagle Scout, I would be very impressed.
You would. What would be the difference between Eagle Scout and what I was?
Nothing. Like you were just,
You don't know.
I was an Eagle Scout.
That's
See
impressive.
how easy it is to say?
Yeah, but I can easily tell that you're lying.
Did you wear the yellow ascot?
I wore the neckerchief, if that's what you're referring to.
Whatever.
An ascot wraps completely around your neck and is tucked into your top buttons.
Did you wear the yellow napkin?
It is a neckerchief, and you will respect the uniform of the Boy Scouts.
I was in the Cub Scouts, and then They tried to put me in the Weeblos.
Yeah.
And
I was in the
Weeblos.
Yeah.
Weeblos is between Cub Scouts and Boy Scouts. You got to blow. You got to Weeblo first.
Nobody
Yeah.
ever questioned that, the name?
I did.
I
said
think
no.
it goes I blow, you blow, we blow. That's the way I told
Not
you.
me, blow.
My my brothers were in the Rogue Nation of the Indian Guides.
Yeah, I did not
Different
do
than
that.
Cub
I remember
Scouts.
that.
Indian Guides, which sounds way cooler,
Yeah.
right?
Why?
I don't know. I think I feel like you learn how to track stuff.
Sounds like you're a traitor. I'm a Boy
You're riding
Scout.
a horse with no shoes on. You know, you're doing all kind of stuff.
You a bunch
Shooting
of
a bow and arrow.
Dirtfoots. is
You're
what
over
you guys
there.
were.
You're over there wiping your mouth with a neckerchief because you Weeblo.
They're
Yeah.
hunting, and you're parading with ascots.
Yeah.
I was also hunting and learning how to use a knife properly and start a fire and survival skills. A lot of things that were not guaranteed for somebody who grew up in the city.
I feel like Indian guides, you learn how to ride a horse on the side so that if they shoot stuff at
Yeah.
you, you're on the side of the horse.
No
Really.
saddle.
I can't wait till Tim posts video today of him jumping on a horse from the side with no saddle and no shoes.
Well, I mean, we could settle it. We could just have you fight Tim and see who wins out of Indian guide.
I don't know. Well, okay,
Boy
I'll
Scouts.
use my knife that I learned how to sharpen. And,
He'll throw an arrow through your head.
we got a lot of things going on. This Friday night, our band is playing at Beer, Bourbon, and Barbecue in downtown Tampa at Curtis Hickson Park. We go on at 7 o'clock, and I think we played till about 8:45, 9 o'clock. And I'm looking forward to being out there. We had a really good time at the Grand Prix last weekend, so I'm looking forward to doing it all again this weekend.
It'll be fun. I'm curious to know, though, which bass will you be playing?
Oh.
Well, Galvin, I have a bunch of Dean basses, mostly Hillsboroughs that I play on stage. I have been practicing on an old Fender because my practice bass has been missing until yesterday.
Oh.
You
It
put
was-
out a reward, right?
It was returned yesterday.
Can I take a guess
You can guess.
of who returned it?
Okay.
I'm going to say Tom.
Negative.
Oh, all right.
Negative.
I'm gonna say Pete.
Negative.
I'm going to say it was anonymous. The pressure of this radio show got the person to give up the bass.
You might be partially true. You might be partially correct.
Once it was broadcasted, they panicked and they thought, oh my gosh, I had no idea this was Mike Calta's bass.
You might be correct.
I must return this immediately, but I don't want to be caught.
You might be correct. Joe?
I'm going to say that the massage parlor, someone returned it to the massage parlor.
Mr. Mike.
Yes.
Mr. Mike. We have your bass.
Mr. Mike.
Got
No.
a second guess?
Can I just tell you though, I need to go to the massage parlor because I slept on my neck, and I'm at that point where when I turn, I have to turn my whole body to look at you.
yeah,
It
Mr.
hurts
Brady.
so- yeah, that's exactly what I thought of. Yeah, second guess.
My backup guess is it was here the whole time.
That is wrong.
Oh, okay.
That is wrong. It has been returned to me.
My backup guess is that Josh took it to reset something or do something.
Negative.
Yeah. All right. Give it up. Carmen, you got a guess?
I did just guess,
Oh.
but I was wrong.
While I was in the, I got a text yesterday, and that text said it was a number that was not on my phone,
I have your bass.
and it said, "Can you give me a call?" And I said, "I can't right now. I can text. What's up?" And the next thing I got was the picture of that bass,
Oh, wow.
and I said, "Well."
Oh, I have another guess.
All right.
Were they doing some work in the lab and Joey had the bass?
Nope.
Like one of his friends?
Nope.
Getting funky with it?
Bow, bow. I got a text from Justin, who is the service manager at Stingray Chevrolet,
I wrote down Stingray.
Yeah.
and he said, "One of the detail guys brought this to me in your old car. We think you left it in the car." And I wrote back, "Yes, I am an idiot," which was one of the things we thought of yesterday.
Yeah, because we asked you if you swapped out the cars.
I did swap out the car, but I didn't. I was like, "There's no way I had the bass," because it was before we went to practice, but it wasn't. It was the day after.
Yeah,
I
you said
juxtaposed
the
days.
book. Something about the Pete gave you a book, and that's how you know the bass was there.
After
Yeah,
practice.
You're right, and my iPad.
Yeah.
You're right.
So they swapped it out after.
After,
Yeah. So we were all pretty much right that you messed something up.
Yeah, I mean, I could have told you that. I pretty much knew it was my fault.
You were demanding that the person come forward who would steal it.
I wasn't demanding. I was saying if you stole it, keep it. Just give me a strap.
Did you
why am I the Costco guys now? There goes a boom.
That's on my best.
Robin Hood was a thief and Tuck was a friar. Mike Calta is an optimistic liar.
Oh, all right.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Top that.
Oh, rap battle.
Yeah. Mike is a crier and he's a liar and he likes to eat stuff made in the fryer.
All right, I'll take it.
I'll work on it.
All those things true.
Yeah.
I like that.
It was just more of like I think I could.
Your presentation wasn't as good, but
my brain is just trying to,
I'd love to eat some fried food right now.
Yeah.
Mr. Skin, how are you, my friend?
Hey, Mike, how you doing, man?
I just barely glimpsed at the first category, and I'm very excited to have you on the show. It's the 26th annual Anatomy Awards with Mr. Skin. It coincides with the Academy Awards every year, but is way better, way better. Let's get right into it. I just see in your top 3 pictures that you have on the Anatomy Awards banner that's on there make me happy. Starting with old school Pamela Anderson, and then my new favorite, that Margot Qualley. Oh my God! All right, let's get into the categories. You can follow with us at home if you go to MrSkin.com. You can follow along and check out the Mr. Skin's 26th annual Anatomy Awards.
Yes, and I should mention this is, if you don't know, it's we've been doing this 26 years. It's a parody of the Oscars. We look at all the best nudity from the previous year, and it's not just from American television and movies. It's stuff from all over the world, and that's really what I love about my Anatomy Awards now is, yes, we do the body part stuff, breasts and butt and all that, but it's the weird and crazy stuff that happens, like I said, all over the world. And for us to kind of curate that and present it and show people, they're usually like, holy crap, I can't believe that actually happened in a movie or television. And we have a lot of that. But yeah, there's 42 total categories if anyone wants to check it out for free at Mr. Skin. But I wanted to go over some of the highlights with you guys and get your opinions.
Real quick, I just want to remind everybody in a serious note, MrSkin.com has been successful for all these years. It's been the one that survives. But talking about this stuff and looking at these pictures and stuff has turned us on to some really great movies in the past. And there's a lot of things out there and the platforms that make movies available now. Too many things are coming out and you never get to see them. So sometimes I'll get a good ass shot in something and it turns out, hey, I want to go watch that show and see that ass, and I end up watching a great series. So, there are some good things to take away out of this besides the nudity, but let's get to the nudity.
Yeah, but let's get to the nudity. Yeah. So, so just some examples, like we do Best Thong every year. And, Mike, when you look at who won Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Supporting Actress, whatever it is, you can debate that. There are legitimate debates. No one is debating Zendaya in Challengers as Best Thong. It is just spectacular. She's plays a pro tennis player turned coach, and she's seducing a guy in bed. And it's technically, thong is not nude, but as you know, the smaller the thong, the better. And this is a great scene, and Zendaya, as you can imagine, has a pretty good body.
She is a fantastic body. She's very pretty. And the other thing we were talking about the other day is that, I have kids, and my kids used to watch her on the Disney Channel. Who would have thought?
I have to go through that too. It's so weird.
But who would have thought that Bella Thorne would take backseat to Zendaya?
Yeah, right. Exactly. Exactly. It's
very deserving.
It's so weird when you have kids that watch those shows, and then those kids grow up to be hot babes, and then I have to talk about them. It's weird. Trust me.
You say weird, I say hot. All right, this next one is right up Mr. Skin's alley. This is the award for Best Camel Toe.
Yes, a very prestigious award, as you can imagine, Mike. And the winner this year was Billie Eilish. She was at Billie Eilish Live in Concert, and she was standing on stage just smiling and wearing what appears to be something similar to shorts, and I'll just say there's 2 smiles in that picture if you look. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. Pretty crazy.
Do you think somewhere Billie Eilish is laughing with her friends and saying, "I won Best Camel"?
Right? Yeah.
I'm sure she's very she has a pretty good sense of humor about stuff like that. But who knows? Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't have the answer for you. I do not. So
hopefully somebody will be brave enough to ask her in an interview one day. That would be fantastic. All right. This is something that you look forward to in the Academy Awards every year, and that's when a new actor or actress burst on the scene.
Yeah.
And of course on MrSkin.com, Best Nudecomer.
Yeah, every year we do this award where someone is kind of unknown and they do like a great nude performance and then they become a big star. And it's funny because we chose this, Mikey Madison and Honora, obviously before the Oscars, and we had no idea that Honora would win. Like, she'd win Best Actress, they'd win Best Director and Best Picture. And Mike, that was a triumphant night in nudity, because people don't realize this, but in like the 70s and 80s and 90s even, if there was like a graphic sex scene or a lot of nudity in a movie, the Academy would be like, oh, this isn't serious, like how they treat comedies kind of, And back when Halle Berry did Monsters Ball in 2001, where she had that crazy sex scene with Billy Bob Thornton, she won Best Actress, and that was like, whoa, they actually let someone do a real graphic sex scene and win that. Now we're to the point where a movie about a sex worker who's nude a ton in it wins 3 big awards.
Yeah. That's
pretty cool. So I'm happy about it. And Mikey Madison, Best Nudecomer. If you haven't seen Honora, great movie.
This is one of my favorite. Accidental nudity is always great, and this is the best, the craziest nip slip. But this one's
this isn't quite the definition of a nip slip,
right,
but it's definitely the craziest I've ever seen. And so you guys all know who Amy Adams is. She's a famous actress, and she did a movie. Yeah, right. She did a movie last year called Night Bitch, and it's based on a 2021 book of the same name. And in the book, this mom starts to feel like she's overworked. She's becoming a dog, right? And this climactic scene at the 36-minute mark, she opens her shirt, and she's wearing a bra, but she notices on her stomach, you know how like a dog has the 6 nips on the stomach?
Yeah.
She has the dog nips, and I was like, holy crap, this is, obviously it's prosthetics and it's not real, but I just thought it was fascinating, and we had to have that as an Anatomy Award this year.
Full row of teats. You could see it on display.
By the way, I can tell you, I watched that movie. It is terrible. It is.
They thought they pushed it up. They thought it was going to get award buzz, and they pushed up the theatrical release, and it did so horribly that now no one's heard of the movie because it's been just buried.
Yeah,
but
it's terrible.
We saw that scene and thought that's award-winning material. So.
Now, this next scene, I'm not even sure how to say. Best rab tit.
Yes, Best Rab Tit. It's there was a UK horror flick that very few people saw, but we did, called Starvaker. And the premise is this husband and wife, they have a young son who dies. And they're very grief-stricken, as you can imagine, but the mom thinks that the son is reincarnated as a rabbit.
No, bro.
And next thing you know, she is breastfeeding the rabbit, and there is nudity and a rabbit, and I've never seen this before in the history of movies where someone is breastfeeding a rabbit, and that had to be in our Anatomy Awards. Morfydd Clark in a movie called Starvaker.
Yeah, all this is available at MrSkin.com. It's not as sexy as you think it would be.
No. And Mike, you remember the Nesquik bunny. Yeah. So anyway, that's what it reminded me of. So,
now, sometimes when movies are reissued, and Carmen, Carmen won't watch a movie that's not in HD. Sometimes movies are reissued in HD and on Blu-ray, and you're able to see some details you're not. I see there's a Best Blu-ray Find category.
Yeah, so what's been cool, especially in the last 10 or 15 years, is these boutique DVD labels will release old movies. And there's one called Fun City Editions that this year released a 1982 obscure movie, obscure to you people, but not to me because I've always been a huge fan of this movie. It's called Paradise, starring Phoebe Cates, and even Willie Ames was the co-star. Remember him from
sure.
Willie Ames, yeah. So anyway, this movie came out 3 months before Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and it did horrible. It was a knockoff of the Blue Lagoon with Brooke Shields. It was like an R-rated Blue Lagoon.
Right.
But it did horrible at the box office. Nobody knew who Phoebe Cates was at the time, and it just went into obscurity. And it was released. You could have seen it on video, and then there was a crappy DVD copy all through these years. So it finally gets released on Blu-ray, and I'm thinking, this is unbelievable because people don't know. Phoebe Cates was so naked in this movie, and it is still, Fast Times is still the greatest nude scene in the history of movies, but if you want to see complete nudity from Phoebe Cates, check out this Paradise, now on Blu-ray for the best quality definition, and it's really amazing, and we were really excited when they released that movie this
Full
year.
on a 80s Bush there as well. You can see all
Yes,
that.
yes.
Can we skip down a little to best wardrobe malfunction?
Yeah, of course.
I remember when this happened, I was unfamiliar with this girl, but I mean, this is not, I don't even know how to explain this. She's missing half her pants.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So it's Maren Morris, best wardrobe malfunction, and she's at Willie Nelson's 4th of July picnic, which was broadcast. They had Bob Dylan there, Robert Plant, and so she's up on stage in it's a long jean skirt, I guess you'd call it, but with a cut up the side. But fine, sexy, but maybe wear some underwear if you're going to be up on stage because it's pretty crazy.
Or don't if you want to be talked about on Mr. Skin.
yeah, it's pretty amazing. So we gave it our best wardrobe malfunction, and there were a lot of people in the audience with cameras, and they're like kind of under her, and there was a lot of stuff online too, which was kind of cool to see. Yeah,
I remember when it happened, and it was something else. All right, this is another one. This is great. This is a great category. And again, where science and technology comes in and makes this possible. This is one of my favorites, Mr. Skin. This is best rear burger.
Oh, well, thank you, Mike. I really appreciate that. So there's a famous movie from the late 70s called Caligula, which is crazy. It was produced from Bob Guccione from Penthouse, and it actually had a lot of major stars in the movie, surprisingly. And they did a porno version of it, and then like an R-rated version, and there were different editions through the years that have come out in theaters and on DVD, and different ways you could see the movie. Well, they put out what was called Caligula: The Ultimate Cut last year, and they added a scene with Helen Mirren. And this hit the cutting room floor originally, but for the first time you could see this scene. And it's weird because it's Helen Mirren, who we all know is very famous. But there is a scene where she's kind of on her knees, bending over, and a rear burger is visible if you want to check it out. And the fact that it's Helen Mirren makes it even more incredible. But it's pretty wild. It's from Caligula: The Ultimate Cut, and we don't get those every year, but if we do, it's like a big celebration at our office.
Oh, it's I tell you, it's one of my favorites. All right, there are some other great categories on here, including best selfie, of course, best butt. There's their best reverse teeter totter. Can we go down to this is
whatever you want.
Best spit line.
Oh yes, this is. Do you guys remember Cruel Intentions, a movie from 1999?
Oh yes.
And and it was right when I launched MrSkin.com, and it wasn't a nude scene, but Sarah Michelle Gellar and Selma Blair in Cruel Intentions had this kiss. And it was just so sexy because it was the girl from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. And what was so cool about that kiss is it was very passionate, but as they pulled apart, there was this spit line. And I remember, it was so awesome. And there's something about, a spit line in two hot women kissing that...
It makes it real.
It does.
Yeah.
And then out of the blue, there was a Miller's Girl movie, and it didn't do well in theaters or anything, but one of the more popular women actresses right now is Jenna Ortega, who, you know her from Wednesday and all that, but she and Gideon Adlin had this kiss in this movie Miller's Girl, and lo and behold, the Cruel Intentions spit line appears. So we had to have fun with that one, and that won our best spit line.
I love it.
Yeah.
There is
the next one you might have to skip over.
Yeah, I mean, it is a full-on shot of a woman. There's of course a substance.
But can I say one thing about that without getting too graphic?
Yeah.
It was our best gyno shot, by the way, so you can figure that out. But this is what makes this so amazing. This is from a Netflix original series. Yeah. It's called Super Sex, which was about Rocco Siffredi, the Italian porn star. So I just want you to. This is the kind of stuff that you might not know about or you might not have caught. But this, what you're seeing right there, is from Netflix. That's not from Pornhub. That's from Netflix. So I just want to make sure you're clear on that. So.
It's a lot like there's a scene from the what was it, the 80s or 90s with Sharon Stone where she uncrossed her legs, and you can barely see shadows of anything, and everybody's like, "Oh my God!" This year you could read the tea. I mean, you see what's going on. You can count the layers. Yeah.
Yeah, but I again, if this was on Pornhub, I would zip right by it.
Yeah.
Netflix, that becomes an Anatomy Award. So.
Down for Best Picture, of course, is Demi Moore and The Substance, which I think you're getting the best of both worlds in this picture right here.
Yeah, because I know you're a Margaret Qualley fan, but so every year we look at a mainstream movie with mainstream actresses that had the most nudity, and without question, we thought Substance was the best. But let me give you a little quick question. Because we're about the same age, when you were in high school or college or whatever, if I said to you, hey, there's this movie with this hot 61-year-old.
Yeah, right.
And she's going to be fully nude, what would you have thought?
Yeah.
You'd be like, are you kidding? There's no way. But I got to tell you, Demi Moore, when you see The Substance, looks like she's 30. It's unbelievable. It's just funny.
Her ass is awkward. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, don't get me wrong. For 61 years old, she looks fantastic.
But for 61, let's be realistic. Yeah. So anyway, I just thought it was cool. But hey, Margaret Qualley's ass, by the way, could have also been in contention for best ass of the year. So
she is something else. That girl. She does.
And you know that's Andy McDowell's daughter.
Yeah, and I believe I learned that from you when Once Upon a Time in Hollywood came out. Yeah,
for people that don't know, that great movie from Quentin Tarantino. She was the Manson girl that was trying to seduce Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
You know, and it was so sexy. Yeah.
She does that dumb thing with her lip that would get me every time. As an old man now, if you're a girl, just do that stupid thing with your lip. I'll buy you whatever you want.
She did a thing on the Oscars where she was like a Bond girl. They did a thing, and she was a Bond girl, and I was like, yep, she could be a Bond girl.
Yeah.
Yep. She's so pretty.
And of course, like many award shows, they give out a Lifetime Achievement Award. This is a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Skin Achievement. Yeah, my guy spelled it wrong for you there, but that's nobody at the Mr. Skin office is known for their spelling, but don't worry about it. I just noticed that myself. But anyway, so every year we look at an actress who's had like a Hall of Fame nudity career, but maybe is later in their career, or maybe he's going to retire from the nudity game, and we like to do this Lifetime Skin Achievement Award, but also we like to look for someone that's kind of back in the news a little, and our winner this year, it was a pretty easy choice, was Pamela Anderson, because you guys remember, I don't know if you saw that Netflix documentary they did I think it was in 2023, and then that Pam and Tommy miniseries on Hulu, but also this Last Showgirl movie where she's actually got a Golden Globe nomination and a SAG nomination for her performance in it. And it's so cool because, everyone makes fun of her as Baywatch and, she's B-movie actress. But she actually now got some recognition. It was so cool. And she's always been fun and had a great attitude about nudity. So more than happy to give Pam Anderson the Lifetime Skin Achievement Award for our 26th annual Anatomy Award.
Well deserved, Pam Anderson. Well deserved. She's been giving her all. I'll tell you, I've met her before, and she was wearing she was dating Tommy or married to Tommy at the time, and she was wearing a white, like, men's cut T-shirt with no bra underneath and just a little pair of jean shorts, and it was the hottest goddamn thing I'd ever seen. I mean, she was just, I couldn't believe she was standing right there, and we were seeing, it was like seeing Marilyn Monroe in real life.
Yeah. No, that's so cool that you got to see, and you saw the Tommy Lee days were like crazy.
Prime.
That was peak Pam Anderson, so.
Well, this is good stuff, and you can go and check it out for yourself at MrSkin.com. Follow along, and for all the nudity that has been in movies ever, all cataloged and there for you, you can find that always at MrSkin.com. Great to catch up with you. Congratulations on the 26th annual awards. This is good stuff.
Yeah, thanks so much. Always great to talk to you guys.
All right, pal. Take it easy. The great Mr. Skin. There you go.
I have a hot or not for you guys.
Oh, this is 3 days in a row.
Yeah, how you like that?
I love it.
An 18-year-old woman right here in Florida named Evelina Fabininski was arrested.
Evelina Fabininski, okay.
Yeah, was arrested on Wednesday after she and another girl set out to vandalize her ex's car. She was furious because he still owed her about $700. So they spray painted the car. They even threw eggs on it. Oh, those are expensive. Unfortunately for them, it was the wrong car. The car belonged to the neighbor, not her ex-boyfriend. The damage was estimated about $5,000. They're in even more trouble. Deputies caught Evelina driving with 2 open containers of Four Loko in plain view. She was charged with criminal mischief, contributing to the delinquency of a minor because the other girl was 16.
What?
She's 18.
Having the Four Loko?
She's 18, yeah, 16, yeah.
Carmen, that falls into the Michelle Trachtenberg period of my life. I know Four Loko is got something. I thought it was like a monster on steroids.
Basically, but it also has alcohol.
Yeah.
It has a really high alcohol percentage, and it has energy. And people were drinking like 4 or 5 of them and like having heart attacks.
Yeah, they go to the hospital and stuff.
Because they were getting too drunk and also too much energy.
Oh, I'd like to meet some young girls on some Four Loko.
It was a wild time.
They had to lower the alcohol content because people were dying.
You needed 2, and 2 was like solid for a party, but like
that's 8 Loko.
But people were drinking like I said, like 5, and it was too much.
She was charged with possession of alcohol under 21 and DUI. The 16-year-old was charged with possession of marijuana over 20 grams. So this girl is 18. She's from Florida. Her name is Evelina Fabininski. She tried to mess up her ex's car, got the wrong one. Mike Calta, hot or not?
I want to say she's hot because she's stupid and she's young, and that usually means hot, but Fabininski's really hurting it. Evelina Fabininski is a fat girl's name. She's just not there yet. I say she's hot. She's going to be fat one day, but right now she's hot.
All right. Gio?
No, she's slugging Four Locos. She's too stupid to figure out what car it was.
That's Newport Richie hot.
Nah, she's dumb and fat and ugly.
You say not hot.
Not hot.
All right.
Sorry.
This is not hot or dumb, fat, or ugly. Carmen, what do you think?
If you're drinking Four Locos, you are not hot.
Really?
Yeah.
It sounds like somebody that I would like to bang.
Used to be. But not like if they're still drinking Four Locos.
They're still getting tribal tattoos?
Yeah.
That's trash ass.
Yeah.
Well, you can look on Bone TV and you guys can look at your phones. There is Evelina.
All right. Hold on. Come on, Evelina.
Oh, yeah.
Not hot. No.
Oh, come on. She's hot.
Way.
She's not hot.
For this game?
For this game, she's hot.
No, because there was the girl the other day I said was hot and for the game.
Yeah.
If this girl had makeup on.
No way.
I'm going to say not hot. I'm making a ruling.
I'm putting it up on the Instagram so people can decide for themselves.
I'll put up a poll, see whether they say hot or not.
Can I tell you the other thing that made me mad yesterday? Drew Garabo.
Oh, no.
Before I went to bed last night, I was going through social media, and there was Drew's big head, him and his girlfriend, and it said, I was honored to be invited to the soft opening of the Collective Escape tonight at Escape Brewing in Trinity.
Oh, yeah. I've driven by that place. It looks awesome.
Have you?
Yeah.
It looks like you might enjoy it.
It looks amazing.
Maybe you would have wanted to go to the Escape Brewing soft opening last night.
I've wondered when it was going to open because, like I said, it looks the building looks awesome.
Is it
Why-
a brewery that you have to escape from?
It's an escape room type brewery. It's kind of like Armature Works, where they have the brewery there,
Yeah.
and then they have a couple of different restaurants in the area. And it's the first time anything like that has been over here in this side of the world.
And I've had a couple of their beers because they have
Oh,
them in,
The
different
Escape
breweries.
was right across the street. They shut it down and reopened this
So
one.
I'm a big fan of their beer to start, and
Right.
that place looks really cool.
Yeah, it would have been nice to go.
I'll probably go in some.
Why does
day.
Drew get to go and we don't get to go to the soft opening? It's in Trinity. It's close to my house. Why did he get invited?
I don't know.
Because you're miserable.
Maybe because we're
You're
mean.
not happy.
All right.
Here's my point, and this is not against
You
Drew,
should-
by the way.
Dressed like a leprechaun.
Yeah.
You think I might be invited because my brother is the owner of the goddamn thing. My brother is one of the owners of Escape Brewing's Collective, this new thing that opened that I've been driving by for a year, going, there it is. That's Uncle John's place. Hey, that's where it's going to be great. And nothing. Drew got invited. I didn't go, and my brother is one of the owners.
That also did cross my mind
Yeah.
when I saw
Didn't
the
you
picture.
get shut down for investing?
Yes. Yes.
They don't like you.
So I believe I have this story. My brother's friends from high school, a couple of them quit their jobs and started, like, they had careers and they quit their jobs and started Escape Brewing and had great success with that. And then they took on like one or two more investors and went across the street, bought this big property and opened up this place.
There's nothing like it in that area.
Nothing. There's nothing like it, this side of Tampa Road,
Yeah.
And, I thought it was a great idea. And I said, I want in. And they were like, too late. You're already out, but I don't want to be
Out.
rich too. Yeah. And anyway, so I'm very happy for them. I just felt like I should be invited to the soft opening too.
Would you have gone?
No.
Exactly. Well, then why?
I feel like I was the cool person of the weird kids, if that makes sense.
So like if it was you and me and my friends, you'd be a loser. But if it was like you and Moose and his friends,
Right.
you'd be like the cool guy.
Amongst the losers,
King of the
I'm
losers.
like up here, like I'm just on the cusp of not being with the losers.
That's a realistic view of what you were like. And I thought about this the other day. What is my view? Was I popular in high school? Was I a nerd in high school? Was I like you, cool among the nerds? I'd love to find out from other people
what they thought.
like, yeah, but unfiltered. Like, I'd love to have the read, like everybody write it down, and then you'd be able to read it.
Yeah.
because your vision of what you think you were, and then what you really were, are probably two different things.
Your way you're describing is like being the tallest midget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was on the cusp of like I just missed the cut from being
For
cool,
cool guy?
to nerd. Like I just missed the cut.
I definitely wasn't nerd, but I wasn't like among the cool kids.
I was in the band and stuff.
Yeah,
but
I had
was-
no money. I had no car.
But in the band, I was cool.
I had 3 older brothers that all went to school.
Yeah,
and
you
then
got
grandfathered in.
I also played sports and stuff, but I got along with everybody because
Yeah.
I like metal too. So like I could go and hang out with the jocks, or I could go hang out with the metalheads.
See, in my
like,
school, you'd be the metalhead guy.
yeah.
You'd
But
be
I
the
was
metalhead jock guy.
Who's
No,
always
legacy.
not cool.
But-
you would be in that category.
Yeah, but I could also intermingle with everyone.
Right. That's how I was. I had friends who were nerds. I had friends who were cool.
And it was funny
Yeah.
and tall, handsome.
like being in the band wasn't cool, but in the band you could be cool if that makes
Being
sense.
in his band was cool. Being in your band was not.
I was the drum major of the whole marching band.
Oh,
Really?
really?
Yeah,
Did
You
you
were
wear
the
a
guy
stupid hat?
You had that big baton.
I wore
The
tuxedo
chin strap?
and everything.
Not
What
cool.
made you do that?
Do what?
Like I'm gonna go be in the marching band.
Well, you had to be. I was in the band already.
What do you mean you had to be?
Like that was part of it. You were
School
in,
of school?
You were in the band in high school, and part of it is marching band.
No, but I know. But whom put you in the band? Like, why did you decide to do band?
Well, because I wanted to play music.
Oh,
I think it may have been actually a requirement in elementary school
No.
for like a semester or two, or you had to like do it for it's a period of time, and then I just stuck with it.
right.
Because I enjoyed playing music,
Yeah.
and I was pretty good at it.
The band, when Joey was playing football and we'd go to the school and the band was playing, they were amazing.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, like that's a lot of work that goes into that.
yeah. I was the drum major up in front, leader
guy?
of the band.
That guy?
You would come
What'd
out
you-
with the big.
The big round drum
Did you
and the
play the
baton.
bass drum? You play snare?
No,
you
you
play
got
the
the-
top?
no,
What'd
like
you have?
The drum major is like leading the band.
Yeah.
yeah.
He's
Oh,
the
so
guy
you're
who
not-
comes out and
Are
like,
you even drumming, or you just have a thing and you're
Yeah.
walking?
I
Yeah.
was like directing the band.
Yeah.
I
so
was
you're
like,
not even actually playing a drum.
no,
you say
no.
drum major.
Oh,
but
yeah,
you're
you weren't cool.
holding. You're holding the baton and you're marching.
Yeah, there's
No, you weren't cool. You were just high stepper.
no, there's nothing. Like that's the person.
You
who,
set the tempo.
The person who leads the band is the drum major.
Yeah.
Yeah, big deal, but you're not playing in the
I was
band.
like the president. What
That
are you
means
talking
he
about?
was so good at
Yes.
his position.
Or
that they
means
took
he
it
was-
away from him?
Or it means he was so bad at playing any
No.
instrument they had to give him
Right.
a stick and told him to walk.
You're the guy who just walks with the high
No.
knees.
He's the first one on the field.
The drum major is like the leader of the band.
It's like the orchestra.
Yeah, I'm like the president. I run
Yeah.
this mother effer.
I can tell you the coolest kid in the band is the kid that plays the three toms.
Yeah.
I don't know. The kid with the tube is pretty cool.
No,
No.
three Tom always got laid first.
Oh yeah, because they also do where they do the sticks and they hit each other's
Yeah.
sticks and then they pass them down.
They
and
would
do all
have the
that
hot
stuff.
girlfriend.
You
Yeah.
weren't in the band. You were marching.
No, I was.
You were the
totally-
marching in the marching band.
No, I was everything.
You were the equivalent to the basketball team
Coach.
manager thing, whatever. That
No.
got them water
No.
and
Yeah.
towels.
No,
Yes.
no. I'm telling you that you have to audition to become the drum major, and that means you're leading the entire marching band.
Well,
Did you
what's
have-
the audition? They throw you a stick and say walk around with
you
high
had-
knees.
Did you have a special outfit?
Yeah, you wore a tuxedo.
yeah, yeah.
No offense, but you were a coffee bitch a long time ago.
No, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
this is like this is the top of the mountain.
Yeah.
You're
This
not
is
the
like-
lead singer.
Yes, you are.
No, you're
You're
not.
not.
What's
You're
second?
you're
you're
the
the
tour
roadie.
manager. Yeah.
I was the Tom Brady of the marching
You're the
band.
Tom,
You
the
are-
tree man of the
No,
band.
I'm telling you, you guys just don't know. The drum major is like the quarterback of the marching band.
I don't see it. I don't. If I'm watching the
You're
band,
uninformed.
if I'm looking at the band, then I'm like, who's the cool one? I'm not going to the guy with the
Yeah.
high knees
Three
and the
toms.
stick.
I'm directing the band. The band listens to me. They're at my command.
I
at all
thought
times.
you had the big drum that you wore on your chest, and you're like, boom.
Nah,
That
no,
guy's cool.
No,
No,
I
no.
I played the trumpet, and then when I was
All right, radar.
yeah, and then my when I was a senior, I became the drum major of the band.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm telling you, anybody that
I
played
get
in high school
I
band,
go back to your original thought. You were cool among the nerds.
yes,
Okay.
I was the king.
The
King of the
rest of the
weirdos.
school thought you were a nerd.
No, the people love the drum major. I'm the leader.
You in 16 Candles was hanging out with Farmer Ted and looking at the underwear in the bathroom.
I was in a leadership role.
Yeah.
Like you're the quarterback, basically.
Did you have any
No.
special moves?
Yes.
Because I know
No,
they do.
You know who the quarterback was? The quarterback. You were in the band,
I was the
and you
quarterback
didn't even play an instrument.
of the band.
Old
was your
trumpet Larry.
what was your special move?
What do you
Was
mean?
you got to have a special move
Well,
when you're that
Yeah,
guy.
you're directing the band.
Hang on. Did you have a whistle?
I did.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Of course, I had a whistle.
All right.
You had to keep people in line. You run it. It's
You were
run,
the equipment manager of the band.
no,
Yeah.
It's almost run like a military. I'm the colonel.
You were the guy in Revenge of the Nerds that they put the jock strap on his head.
Yeah.
Do you know
Yeah.
karate? No. Good. And put a jock strap on his head. Yeah.
Yep.
No, I'm telling you, you guys are very wrong. People are. I'm telling you, you're wrong.
Here are all the drum major calls coming in. Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's totally right.
About
He
what?
is, and you're all wrong.
About
Thank you.
what?
Thank you. The drum major.
Whatever, nerd.
He's the the conductor in the orchestra.
Yeah,
He's the
nobody
leader of the
ever.
band.
Nobody goes.
Yeah.
People go see Yo-Yo Ma. They don't go see the conductor of the orchestra. They go see the
Not
orchestra.
true. That's like saying Tom Brady's
I'm
not
not
important.
disputing that, but what I'm saying is he has to know all the parts of all the different
Thank you.
instruments to do the whole thing
It's not
together.
that it's not a
He's
hard
correct.
job
Drum
to
major.
keep. It's a hard job to keep, but that doesn't make you cool.
It's the job. It's
Yeah,
the
but it
hardest
doesn't
job
make you
to get.
cool at all.
100%.
You're
face
both
of the
nerds.
For band, he's the cooler.
Yeah,
you.
for band.
For band,
For
he's
band.
definitely
Right.
cooler.
That's what
For
I
band.
said.
Thank you. For band.
Name one. What is the guy that's up there? The conductor. Name one conductor.
John Williams.
He's a composer.
He's a composer.
And he's also a conductor.
Yeah. All right.
Mike Calta Show. Good morning.
Hi, my name is Alexa. I'm sorry, I've never called into a radio show before.
It's all right. Lower your radio, Alexa, please. Just shut it off so I can hear you.
Sorry.
It's all right.
Drum major is like the top guy.
Thank you.
Like you have to like audition and
Yes.
do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I remember the dude who was drum major when I was in marching band was like sleeping with like all the chicks,
Oh,
Gio wasn't.
Thank
like
you.
all of them,
Gio wasn't.
like all of them.
Really?
I was like the loser in band. I managed to be the freaking tuba loser.
Yeah, exactly. We're taking advice from Tuba Loser. Get out of here. Get out of here.
No, I totally. You see, she gets it. She knows.
Hey, can I ask you a question? Don't be offended. You played the tuba?
Yeah, I played the sousaphone.
Were you a bigger girl?
No.
Oh, see, I usually give the fat girl
No.
a tuba.
No, I was a euphonium player actually, but they kind of were like, well, yeah, they kind of told me I was too bad at playing the euphonium, so they kind of stuck me on the tuba.
And
All
usually
right.
they need.
Thank you, Pumpkin.
Usually you need bass instruments, so you need tubas and stuff.
My son played tuba.
I love the tuba.
Through high
Yeah,
school.
yeah. I would tell the tubas what to do because I was the goddamn drum major.
Yeah, but big deal. So the guy, she said that the guy was banging all the
Listen,
all the cheerleaders
taking advantage of your nerd power.
a lot of ladies would fight over me.
I know.
This is
Now
this is
this
all
I don't
true.
Jamie is the winner.
This is all facts.
Jamie was the winner.
I'm gonna find people
Listen,
that can.
I agree that girls fought over you. In my lifetime, I never would have thought you'd be the best looking guy on the show, but clearly you are.
I mean, the facts are the facts.
Yeah, I mean, the people have spoken on that one. It was
shout
not
out
even
to
close.
all the drum majors of Gulf High School. I see you.
Yeah, nerds. He sees you. One nerd to another. Well, good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, Mike?
Good. How are you, sir?
Yeah, I agree with Gio. Everybody knows the real athletes are on the sidelines.
All the cool kids are not on the field.
I got another hot or not for
Oh,
you guys.
good.
I ain't like that. They're just coming out of the woodwork.
I need a new poll.
Hot or not, here we go. A Spanish teacher was arrested on Tuesday on charges of having sexual relations with a student during his time at the California school.
His time.
The boy, yeah. So it's a female teacher. Dulce Flores, 33 years old, has been teaching at the Riverbank High School since 2016, and she allegedly had a relationship with a 17-year-old male student. The police said that they were working with concerned people to ascertain all of the facts and have communicated with the families of the student enrolled in Flores' classes. And Flores was taken into custody at a residence on Tuesday and charged with illegal sexual activity with a minor, and she is in the county jail. She is being held on $20,000 bail. She is 33 years old. She was a Spanish teacher in California. Her name is Dulce Flores. Mike Calta, she was banging a 17-year-old male student. Mike Calta, hot or not?
What's her name?
Dulce Flores.
Dulce. She's hot.
You say hot?
Hot, yeah. Yeah, I thought for a second, I was like, maybe she's a putter. Nah, she's hot.
All right.
Yeah.
Gio?
Dulce, 33, in Fuego.
In Fuego.
Fuego. Sí, en Fuego.
Now, I'm not as fluent in Spanish as you are, but I believe dulce means sweet.
D-U-L-C-E is
Yes.
sweet, yes.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying, Dulce? That like that? Dulce.
Dulce.
No, sorry.
Yeah, that's how you're supposed to pronounce it.
it.
Carmen, hot or not?
I'm going hot.
Oh, so everybody says hot.
In Fuego.
Everybody says in Fuego.
Yeah.
Look on Bone TV. Look at your phones.
I feel like you set us up.
Oh, you're goddamn right. She's hot.
Holy.
That's the picture?
That's the picture.
Oh, my God. She's smoking hot.
She's
muy
gorgeous.
in Fuego.
She looks like she should be hosting some sort of travel show on E or something, right? Like she's beautiful.
I'm
Muy
putting
bien.
that back.
This-
I'm putting that one up, too.
Yeah,
No
no
poll needed.
Yeah, I got one poll.
Yeah.
I got a poll.
This is my theory. Women teachers that have sexual relationships with their
Oh,
students
man.
are always hot.
Yeah.
For what, it-
Not always, but I get the majority.
teachers,
Yeah.
not coaches, not lunch ladies, not principals.
It's true. You get a lunch lady in there, no matter how hot
But-
she is.
Teachers are, I mean, it's like 95%.
Brad, how are you, buddy?
I'm good, brother. How you doing?
Sorry, we're running a little bit behind today. All right, so Brad Meltzer was just on the show recently for writing a new nonfiction book. This is basically what he is known for, is writing his nonfiction novels and then writing the kids' books that we talk about. But now this is something that's pretty special. At what point does the University of Michigan ask you to be the commencement speaker? Did they say, look, your son is here, he's graduating, will you do this? Or had they been after you before?
No, they'd never been after me. You have to get nominated, and I got nominated. And usually the commencement speaker in an election year is the president of the United States.
Oh, wow.
And they picked me, and I went to my son and I said, I'm going to be your graduation speaker. I didn't want to take the limelight from him, so I wanted to make sure he was okay with it. And his first reaction was, "You? That's the best." He says, "That's the best you can get." He goes, "Why didn't they pick Tom Brady?" Because I went to Michigan. Tom Brady went to Michigan. Then he says this. You can't make it up. He says, "It's like a 13th seed winning March Madness." And so that's literally how I started my speech. I was like, on behalf of the 13th seed, like here I am. And then, not joking, 30 seconds later, he goes, "This is going to be awesome." And that's when I knew, like, there were 70,000 people in Michigan Stadium that day when I gave this graduation address.
No, I have to tell you,
my
son just graduated from high school, and I think he would be mortified if I don't even think they ever want me to go to school for Bring Your Father to School Day or like career day or something. So maybe at that age, it's a little bit different. Certainly your son is proud of the work you've done, and but all eyes are on him now, because if you blow it, it's on him.
Oh, 100. In fact, it depends on your kid. Like, we asked my daughter, who's in college now, and I said, we knew what the answer was going to be. We're like, "Would you like me to do your commencement?" She said, "Absolutely not. If they ask you, say no."
It's so awful. Kids are such dicks, man. They really are, but that's how they really feel.
Well, the thing that was crazy is my daughter, when I was done with the speech, then was like, "Hey, could you maybe think about doing mine?" Because she wanted to see if I was going to blow it.
Right.
And what I did is, listen, I talked to all my friends about what they remember from their commencement address. You know what they remember? Nothing.
No.
Nobody remembers anything. So the only thing I remember from mine is that it was the year Desmond Howard graduated Michigan. He won the Heisman Trophy that year, the famous football player. And the speaker said, "Hey, is Desmond Howard in the stands?" And sure enough, Desmond Howard stood up, and he was a fellow graduate. He was like 10 rows in front of me just by happenstance. And I remember thinking, like, there's someone, that's excellence.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what I'm going to, I remembered a memory. So when I gave my speech was about magic. And when you talk to magicians, there are only 4 types of magic tricks. There's 1, you make something appear.
Mm-hmm.
2, you make something disappear. 3, you make 2 things switch places. And 4 is you got to take one thing and turn it into something else, which is the hardest trick of all, transformation.
Right.
And I go through all the things, what you have to make appear and disappear and all these things. And at the end of the speech, I said, and by the way, magic is never something you do for yourself. It's something you do for other people. And I remember when Desmond Howard stood up at my graduation 30 years ago. So let's do one more magic trick, people. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my friend Desmond Howard. And Desmond Howard, 30 years later, comes out on the stage with me. And 70,000 people go bananas. And then we bring out J.J. McCarthy and Blake Corum, who won the national championship. And it was like standing in a hurricane. And it was, what I wanted to do was do an actual magic trick. And when the speech was done, all these people were writing, "Can I have the text of that speech? I want to share that with my son, my daughter, my niece, my nephew." People were tracking my sister down where she lived in New York. They're like, "I think that's your brother we saw in the speech. Can we get the text?" I know you a long time. I've been doing this 25 years. No one's ever asked me for the text of anything I've ever said. And so the publisher started calling, and they said, "You know what, we should turn this into a book." And so Make Magic officially comes out today, and we took the commencement address and turned it into a book for people. We all need some magic in our lives right now.
Did you cry while preparing this at all?
Oh, I cry every time I would practice it.
Yeah.
I would cry for some part about my son.
Yeah.
What I wasn't prepared for is I got to the part, the third magic trick is taking one thing and turning it into something else. And there I said, let's talk about empathy. Because that's what empathy is, right? It's taking something, you put yourself in someone else's shoes.
Right.
And what I said is that, cruelty and venom aren't signs of strength. Right now, cruelty and venom are so popular in our culture, but they're not signs of strength. Cruelty and venom are signs of weakness and petty insecurity. And what takes strength is putting yourself in someone else's shoes and feeling empathy. And I said, right now, I wish my parents were alive today to see that we're okay. Every person in the stadium has someone who they wish was with them today. And I could feel, Mike, in that moment, I wasn't feeling for my son anymore, but I was missing my parents. And I felt all the empathy from thousands of parents coming at me. And that's, you can see when you watch the speech on YouTube, that's where I just almost lose it. I'm like, do not cry in front of 70,000 people, or my kid will kill me.
Yeah, that's true. Did your parents, I don't know when they passed away, did they get to see your success?
They did. You know, my parents were not big readers. My mom and dad, before they died, read like 6 books. They were my 6 novels. They never read a book.
They were average human beings.
They were exactly.
Yeah.
They didn't go to 4-year colleges, nothing. They were just, working, and they were busting their, everything for us. But the story that I told in the speech is when I moved to Florida, my dad lost his job, and we moved to Florida, and it was 6 of us. My mom, my dad, my sister, myself, and my 2 grandparents had to all live in my grandparents' 1-bedroom apartment. We couldn't afford anywhere to live yet. We hadn't had any savings. And everyone there was trying to get us evicted because they were all the condo commandos were like, oh, you can't have that many people living in one small space. And my grandmother's neighbor basically said, you know what? Said to us, take my apartment. I'm going to go live with a relative. You take our apartment so you can have some decency and won't be evicted.
Wow.
And it was the nicest thing anyone ever done for me. I remember her name back then was Mercy, but I always heard it as Mercy.
Right.
And make no mistake, mercy and kindness is what this woman showed us. And when I told that story, that's where I felt all that love of my parents kind of coming right back at me.
That's so interesting. I have to. I know you're pressed for time. I have given the commencement speech at a college twice before, and I think one time was a disaster. And then they brought me back to the same school because I didn't know what it was. I didn't really quite. And I was young, and it was a technical college. And I don't know why they were asking me to do it. And they said, just go and tell your story. I was like, okay. So I'm up there for probably like a half hour, just rambling on. And then they said, hey, let's do it again next year. And I said,
tighten it up.
Yeah. And they actually didn't say anything to me about it. And then I went out there and did it again. They were like, you killed it this year. And I'm like, well, then I screwed it up first year, But anyway, it's a very difficult thing to do because you want to leave a mark on these kids, and you want them to take this and really reflect on it and learn something from it. And clearly, this hit home. I mean, with the amount of people that were clamoring for the text and the fact that it's become a book now, I think this is it shows that you were really successful.
No, I hope so, and I love you for that. I mean, but you understand, right? It's hard to understand what a tricky job it is, and I think one of the things that the speech went viral, and one of the stories that kind of got passed around was the second magic trick is about what you have to make disappear.
Yeah, and
I said, you got to make fear disappear, but I said, and I told this story when I was growing up in Florida. I worked at the Haagen-Dazs in the Aventura Mall. and this one day, this woman comes up, she starts snapping her fingers at me, saying, you got to serve me. And I was like, ma'am, you know what? I'll be right with you in a moment. She's like, no, you got to serve me now. And I said, you know what, ma'am? You're being rude. I'm not going to serve you. Mm-hmm. And she starts screaming at me, you're going to be working at this miserable ice cream store for the rest of your miserable life. And I said, ma'am, if I am working here for the rest of my miserable life, you're still never getting any ice cream. and for years, I used to laugh at that story and be like, oh, she never even bothered me. Mm-hmm. But I finally, as I was writing it, I realized I had to admit it did bother me.
Yeah.
It really bothered me because it made me feel small. My dad struggled with money his whole life. I didn't want to have my dad's life. And I realized what you have to make, don't get rid of your fear, but you got to use it. You got to harness it, right? Don't vanquish your critics. Prove them wrong. Use it as rocket fuel. And when you do, man, get out of the way.
Oh, Brad,
I think resonates with people.
We're such different people. Also, I'm 4 times your size, but I was a bouncer, and whenever I'd have to say anything to anybody, they'd go, listen here, I'm not going to let some $5 an hour bouncer. And I go, oh, yeah, you are. And I'd lock them up and throw them out, right? That was the one thing I could physically remove people where you can't do that at Haagen-Dazs. The book about the speech, the text available at bradmeltzer.com/nonfiction/make magic. I'm sure you will find it if you just Google Brad Meltzer and Make Magic. Congratulations on another successful, not only speech, but now another book for you.
No, thank you. And listen, anyone who needs some magic in their lives, even for yourself, or if you have a graduate, it's a graduate, sure, but we all right now, the world just seems upside down. We all need some magic in our lives. So this is the perfect gift. And Make Magic is maybe one of my favorite things I've ever written. So thank you for letting me come on and share a little magic with everyone.
Of course, buddy. Very proud of you. Congratulations.
Thanks, brother.
Thanks, man. Have a good day. There you go. Brad Meltzer. My only friend that's an author.
Mm-hmm.
I know other people that have written books, but he's my only friend that's an author.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have A hot or not for you guys.
Good. I love hot.
Listen to the facts. This is a local one, too. A woman was arrested last week and charged with aggravated battery with a deadly weapon after she allegedly stabbed her boyfriend for refusing to eat her cooking.
Oh, I didn't know what you were going to say.
Oh, yeah. Okay. A Coral Springs Police Department arrest report shows that officers responded to the scene where they discovered the suspect, Natty Vida.
What is it?
Natty Vida?
Natty?
Yeah. Or Nativita, something like that. August, she is 43 years old of Coral Springs. She was attempting to hide in the bushes of a neighboring building. According to the report, officers met with the victim, who informed them that they had an argument and began over him in August, his girlfriend, over his reluctance to eat her cooking. The victim told police that the disagreement escalated when she allegedly slapped him while he was sitting in the living room. The altercation continued into the kitchen, where the victim says he confronted his girlfriend about the slap. At that moment, she grabbed an 8-inch kitchen knife from the counter and slashed him with it. In an attempt to defend himself, he raised his arms and sustained a 2-inch laceration on his left forearm. August was arrested and transported to the Broward Main Jail. She is 43 years old. She's from Cape Coral. She said, "Eat this food." He said, "No." She said, "Stab, stab, stab." Mike Calta, hot or not?
Sounds like Gio's house on a Tuesday. No shrimp for you.
Yeah.
Nothing about this says hot except Coral Springs. Coral Springs, home of my cousin Sal. It says
Sal's hot.
Sal's hot. But if her name was Alexis Martin, I'd be like, yeah. But the fact that she's a Natty Vita and she's lunatic, I'd say not hot. I say not hot.
All
Big,
right.
fat Mexican.
Gio?
Yeah, crazy, all obsessed with her food. Fatty, fat, not hot.
Not hot. All right. Carmen, what do you think?
See, this sounds like a crazy bitch
Yeah.
who really, really wants the engagement ring, and she knows if she can't cook, she's not getting married. She's hot.
You're saying she's hot?
Weird way to get there.
Listen,
You went a long, twisted road to get there, but hey, man, who am I to tell you?
gotta break it down.
She's trying to explain. Listen, I cut up hot dogs and put it in the mac and cheese.
Yeah.
You eat this.
Okay.
So Mike and Gio both say not hot. Carmen says hot. Take a look.
Oh, yeah, not hot.
That is not hot.
I was
That
very
is
close.
Yep.
Not
For my
hot.
assessment,
Yeah.
hiding in
For
the
the
bushes.
game.
For the game.
I'm kidding. I'm
Get
kidding.
Game of you play.
You're bananas.
I'm not going to eat
Gross.
her cooking either.
No.
She looks like Admiral Akbar.
No.
Not hot.
Not hot. Now we go to Texas. Welcome to our show. My favorite. This is Cody Tucker. Cody, how are you doing, buddy?
Hey man, doing good. How y'all doing?
I see you had a very busy week with big booby girls on your podcast.
Oh yeah, yes I did.
You ever see that girl that slept with 1,000 guys in one day?
Yeah, Bonnie Blue. Yeah. We've talked quite a few times.
Have you really?
Yeah. So that's supposed to be happening pretty soon.
Oh, I thought it happened. I didn't even know. Okay.
Oh
So,
no. I mean like her coming on the podcast.
Oh, coming on the podcast.
Yeah.
And what's surprising to me is because I just saw a clip of her on Bad Friends this morning, is that for a woman who slept with 1,000 guys in one day, she was pretty attractive.
Very attractive. Some
of these porn stars that you have on, I don't think once they're dressed down and they're on your show, they look like dirty skanks, which isn't always bad, but sometimes they're just not nearly as hot as they were. That chick actually looks pretty hot.
Oh yeah. You would never think she would get plowed down by 1,000 guys.
1,000 guys, and I wonder what the
repercussions.
No, I wonder what the qualifications are to be that guy. Like, you just sign up. 18
or older. Yeah. I had someone on recently who her and the Bonnie Blue, they do a lot of stuff together. She had 100 in a day. And that's the qualification. Sign a waiver, 100 years or 18.
Any testing going involved in that, or I guess like if you're just wearing a condom?
Nah, just hope for the best. Yep.
All right. What do you got for us today?
So got one. This is pretty interesting. So why do witches ride brooms? This is a thing that I think most people don't really know where that comes from.
Yeah.
So in the 1500s, it was believed that women who practiced witchcraft would create a special oil made from nightshade, which is a hallucinogenic plant. They would rub it on their brooms and then take that oil-covered broom and rub it on their vaginas to increase absorption. The high that they would get would cause a sensation that they were flying or riding the broomstick.
That is fantastic. Wow. Carmen, you should try that.
And
yeah, I'm going to try it.
Wicked is way different now.
Yeah. Carmen, you could update it and use a Swiffer.
What is it called? Nightshade?
Yeah, nightshade.
Galvin, isn't that what you call your wife?
No, night bitch.
Night bitch. Sorry, night bitch. All right. What else you got?
So in the late 1700s Britain, there was a club known as the Hellfire Club, where men would dress as monks and women would dress as nuns, and they would just meet in this like cave and just bang each other.
Yeah,
I'm in on time. Oh yeah. So one of the men who used to attend these gatherings when he was visiting London was a fella named Benjamin Franklin.
Oh,
yeah.
He always seemed like he was a little bit like I expect Benjamin Franklin to walk around with no shoes on. Like he just seemed like he was a little dirty.
He used to take air baths in public where he would just get naked and let the air just wash over his body.
I've done that.
Yeah. He also wrote a letter to one of his friends, a young fella, telling him that basically there's nothing better than sleeping with an older woman.
Oh,
because they, in his words, age from the neck down.
So it's still fresh.
Oh yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. And then I got another one. So when Angelina Jolie was 22 years old, she hired a hitman to kill her, so her family wouldn't have to deal with the sadness of her killing herself. The only reason she is still alive is because that same hitman talked her out of it.
Real, because she was so hot. Because she was so hot,
guess.
even the hitman was like, "Listen, this is not good.
The world can't afford to lose this."
I mean, you're destined for greatness one day.
Yeah, that has to be the hottest human being to ever live.
She was. This is the one thing that I know about her that makes her above everybody else. My wife, much to my dismay, is not interested in other females whatsoever. She does not want to do any lesbo stuff, no threesomes, none of that.
Damn.
She doesn't want to make out with girls. Like I mean, she's fun and all, but I know that she doesn't want to do that stuff. She did want to bang Angelina Jolie. And I think that a lot of women have said, like, I remember when that Gia movie came out, there were a lot of girls that were like, that girl, I would do stuff with that girl. So if anything, Angelina Jolie brought out the lesbo side of a lot of women for us. And yes, she is probably one of the most perfect looking human beings you'll ever see.
Yeah.
And the
especially
fact,
in Girl Interrupted.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
a psychopath.
Yep.
That's my cup of tea for sure.
See, and I'm dying to know what your girlfriend's like.
Huh?
I'm dying to know what your girlfriend is like when you say stuff like that.
Not quite like that.
Yeah, no. Nobody gets that.
No, a good old psychopath, a Casey Anthony, if you will.
Yes.
That's my type.
Now, Casey Anthony, I just said the other day she popped up on social media again and looked good, but did look a little older and a little thicker. Like she aged.
That's fine.
Yeah. I'm
That's
not mad
what
at
I
her.
want.
I'm not mad. That's what you're into?
She aged from the neck down.
Yeah, that's true. She aged. She's taking some air baths in her day.
Yeah. Yeah. That's prime. That's the one right there.
Who would you rather bang, Casey Anthony or that one teacher who was banging that kid, that Villy kid that she ended up leaving her family and having a baby with him? Remember her?
Oh,
what was her name?
Yeah.
Because she was kind of hot. And she had crazy eyes.
From way back in the day?
Yeah.
That she was banging, wasn't the kid Filipino or whatever?
Yeah.
Not Mary Kay Letourneau?
She just died, didn't she?
She did die,
Yeah, you're talking about Mary Kay Letourneau.
Letourneau, yeah. That's the one.
Yeah. Nah, I didn't think she was attractive at all.
She had crazy eyes to me, and then
does Steve Buscemi.
Totally different kind of crazy eyes. I promise you that. We had Kevin Nealon in the studio with us last week, and he said that he went on his hiking video with Matthew Modine, and Matthew Modine turned down Back to the Future. I did not know that, and I know you do a lot of those actors who turned people down.
Yeah, I've heard that one. That's a weird.
Yeah, he wouldn't have been as good.
No, because Eric, they filmed a lot of the movie with Eric Stoltz.
Yeah.
And
I've seen that.
You can go watch it, and it is horrible.
Yeah, there was just no chemistry there at all.
No.
Yeah, Michael J. Fox
he's
saved that.
Yeah, he's a wet blanket of a human anyway. So
we're supposed to go. There's a Back to the Future musical that's coming to town, and I think we're going to do a contest where we go. You don't like Back to the Future?
Oh, I love Back to the Future. I hate musicals.
See, I don't mind it.
It's the Broadway version.
Yeah, I went to. I grew up in New York, so I'm used to going to Broadway plays and stuff. So I'm done with that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want to see all the. I took my daughter to see School of Rock, the play, when she was little. She was like 7 years old, and when it was over, I said, "Did you like it?" And she goes, "Because she loved the movie." And then she said it was too sing-songy. And I went, yeah, that's it. There's too many songs.
It's going to be where we're going. We don't need roads. We don't need roads.
We don't need roads. Yeah, a lot of that.
God.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe that is going to stink. But we're supposed to go see it anyway with I think with listeners. I don't know. We're doing a contest. I've not heard about it yet. But anyway, Cody Tucker.
By the way, would you go Casey Anthony or Jodi Arias?
Oh, Jodi Arias all day.
That's a tough one. Jodi Arias. I would roll the dice with that one. See, chances are, I could get killed with Jodi Arias. Casey Anthony, I mean, I'm not a toddler, so I'm fine.
You're walking in the room and Jodi Arias is doing handstands and stuff
that
in the corner.
Crazy.
Yeah,
that bitch is crazy.
I think I'm still going Casey Anthony.
Really?
Right.
Jodi Arias is sexy.
Yeah, she was. Yeah. No, you're definitely
a lot of risk
right,
factors, though.
Yeah.
I don't need to be killed in the shower.
I was gonna say, don't take a shower. Take an air bath.
You can find Cody Tucker on YouTube at the Cody Tucker Show. He's also on Instagram. That's how we found him, at the Cody Tucker Show. What do you got coming up this week?
The Johanna James, the ancient historian.
Yes.
Sounds like a porn star, but does not.
Not right.
Yeah. So that one, and then then it'll be back to the old bread and butter porn star.
All right. Well, we appreciate you joining us today, and we'll check in with you next week.
Hell yeah, man. Y'all have a good one.
See you, brother. There you go. This is Cody Tucker. Our longtime friend. I started thinking about how long ago.
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time that I think it was Bobby Jewell called me and said, "Hey, I got this guy, John Reep, coming. You know him. He's the Hemi guy." And I went, "Oh, yeah. I've seen those stupid commercials."
Okay. And, you want me to give you all 6 of them real fast?
Yeah.
I did 6 of them.
Okay.
And this will refresh your listeners' memory.
Yeah.
Here we go. All 6 back to back. Hey, that thing got a Hemi? You about to find out. Come on, man, floor it. Get me closer. I smell a Hemi. That can't be good. Sweet. There you go.
Nailed it.
Bought a house.
How was the money for that?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
And when does it end? Like, do they say we're going to pay you for the next year or 3 years, or how does it work?
Well, I did. So the first one you get, it's you get the minimal fee.
Right, you just first one.
Show up.
But then it
residuals
caught on.
Is where it kicks.
Yeah.
And back in the day, I don't know how they do it now. I think it was 13-week cycles.
Okay.
So the first week you get paid the most you will ever get paid for residuals.
Okay.
Second week, a little bit less. It gets all the way to 13. If it makes it to the 14th week, starts over.
Oh,
nice.
And so I got lucky because they didn't know this commercial was going to be great.
Right.
I didn't either. They didn't think people would. I had no idea it was going to be as successful as it was. But they kept re-airing it, and then they made another one, and then another one, and another one. But yeah, you could do well.
How much acting did you do before that?
I think that was my first acting gig.
I am terrible at it. I have auditioned for a couple of things. I know there's some things I'm good at and some things I'm not. I'm just not a good actor.
Yeah.
And what you did to take that little line and make it your own and make it interesting it was brilliant.
Shaking in the car.
Yeah.
I think it was a combo of like people really miss that engine. Like I was not a huge car guy, really. I'm just, but
you know what's so messed up? I owned one of those cars with the Hemi, and I still didn't care. I didn't know what it means either.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "You got a Hemi." I'm like, I don't know what that means.
But that's also shows how much of an impact that was. You cannot say the word Hemi without somebody saying that thing got a Hemi.
Yes,
you know what I mean? Like you can't see it written. You can't do anything.
You're up there with the "Where's the beef lady?"
Yeah, like JJ Walker with dynamite.
Yeah.
Like I heard he was done with saying dynamite. He's like, I'm not doing it anymore.
Right.
People get mad, and you have to pay extra if you wanted him to say it or something like that.
And that's why he's playing the Safety Harbor Spa.
and then he embraced it again.
Oh, he did? He brought it back?
Full circle.
Yeah. I think I had to pay his bills.
I think you're right.
That's a great way to put it. He embraced it again. His rent was due.
Another good acting bit that John did was on Eastbound and Down.
Yeah,
remember Eastbound and Down?
I'm on the last season of Eastbound and Down, 4 episodes. I played Jed Forney, ex-NASCAR champion, a part of the sports sesh that he infiltrated.
Yeah,
that was one of the funniest shows ever on TV.
I was Kenny Powers for Halloween 2 years before I was on the show.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Wow.
And now I'm on it, and it just happened to be something that me and my ex-wife now used to watch together.
Oh, your ex-wife. This is new.
Now I'm on it.
Yeah.
Divorced. And I know she's gonna watch it.
That's so
That
funny.
made it so worth it.
We were in Vegas for your bachelor party.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's how
well,
long
I'm
ago.
remarried. I got a new one.
Oh, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm 52.
Yeah. I'm thinking about taking mine on a cruise and seeing if she likes what the water looks like.
I heard that on the way in.
Yeah, no.
There's cameras. Be careful.
Well, now you got is the new wife.
Yes.
Nobody's listening.
Right,
Is the new wife an upgrade from the other wife in many ways, or just
Yes. Low maintenance.
Yep.
Sweet.
Right.
The other one was mean.
Right.
This one's nothing but sweet. And this one makes her own money.
Oh,
She's got her
that's
own
good.
life. So yeah,
I hit the
it's a lot
jackpot
better.
with my wife. Makes her own money, but is mean. But I like that. I like her to be
Oh, you
mean.
like it?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't know too much sweet will annoy me after a while.
Yeah, I understand that. But
Yeah.
this is it's not a fake sweet. It's just a genuine, nice person.
Yeah, my wife's the opposite of that.
Yeah.
Genuine meanness to her.
Yeah, well.
John Reep is here. He's going to be at Visani Comedy Theater in Port Charlotte this weekend. You got a show tonight. You got 2 tomorrow and 2 Saturday.
Yeah.
John is a funny comedian. We've seen him a lot of times over the years. And now you were
Oh,
saying,
can I tell you this?
Yeah,
I'm on the new season of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh,
nice.
really?
Yes.
That's huge.
That was a big one. Episode 2.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen the new season at all?
I have not seen the new season.
First of all, that's another show I love.
Yes.
But the episode 2, well, he goes to Atlanta for some reason.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. I thought you meant like a new. It was this last one that he just did. Most recent one. Yeah, it's on there. Yeah.
And so he meets me in jail.
Yep.
And he's got he needs a favor from me.
All right.
Because he gives some water to somebody who's in the voting lines in Atlanta. You know, that's what. Yeah.
And so he ends up in jail, meets me, and
that
whole thing was improv.
I was gonna say, do they improv it like they say they do the whole thing?
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I'm day one, and there's no really. I just got the part auditioning at home,
right?
In Hickory, and I got the part, and you get there, you go through the wardrobe and all that stuff, hair and makeup, and I've not met him yet. I don't know what's going on. You're just there. You're there on the set, and then he comes over, sits down. Here's the director, and they're ready to go. Like, all right, here's what we're gonna do. In this scene, A, B, and C need to happen. I don't care how you get there. Just
get it done.
Go there, and then we'll film it all.
How intimidated are you?
Pretty intimidating.
Yeah, I mean, like I'd be crapping my pants.
Yeah, I'm really trying to keep it together.
Right.
But I did crack him up.
You did?
I made him laugh out loud. And have you seen him laugh when he's really laughing?
Yeah, he gets
his jaw kind of comes out. Like, it's this weird thing. But it was intimidating. But that goes away.
It does
in like 3 minutes.
I'd feel like all those people there, and then Larry David's over there
because he's not as curmudgeon-y as he seems.
Yeah.
He's very just matter of fact professional. Not like he's not going to go overboard to kiss your butt, but he's also not going to be a douche.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah.
Not to a new guy.
Right.
Yeah. So it was a great experience.
Yeah, I got to tell you, that's so.
And
awesome.
in my episode, I have to steal a lawn jockey and give it to him. And so now I have a new house. I'm remarried, got a new wife, got a new house. She gets me a lawn jockey because of that episode. And now I have it in my front yard.
That's funny.
And then I feel really weird when the Uber drivers come, and I'm like, "Oh, please don't take a picture of that. Get that out of the picture."
Do you take any? You have any memorabilia from in your house? Like I'd have pictures of me with Eastbound and Down and Larry David, and I'd have those hanging in my house. That's
I got
huge.
some. I just haven't hung them up yet.
Yeah. Oh, that's also what I would do. I would just get them and leave them on the floor like I do most of the stuff around here. Now tell me about this. You've concocted a barbecue sauce?
I have, yes. So when I moved I don't know the last time I talked to you. I moved back home to Hickory about 7 years ago.
I think we did know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So since I've been home, I started working on 2 podcasts. And this guy, there's a restaurant in Hickory that's kind of famous called the Hickory Smokehouse.
Okay.
Everyone loves their barbecue. And his sauce is really good. So he knew I was back home. I talk about Hickory. He goes, I got the sauce. Let's come up with something for you. And it's a blend of 3 different Carolina styles, like the vinegar, the mustard, and the tomato base. It's called John Reep's South in Your Mouth barbecue sauce. So good it'll make your head shake.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
So it's really good. And when I fly, I don't bring it with me. But if I'm driving,
pain in the ass that must be. Yeah.
Bottles.
Yeah.
You know.
So where can people get it if they?
You have southinyourmouth.com.
Southinyourmouth.com.
Or you go to johnreep.com and there's a link there as well.
That to me is something like I see all the time, like these things you could buy spices and put your logo on them, and I'm like, well, I don't want to buy somebody. I need to make sure that it's mine. So you want to do it the right way,
right?
Yeah,
right. And so we did. I went to this guy's house, and he had all these different sauces, and we tasted a bunch of stuff. And
yeah.
And I said, "Oh, this one's really good." He goes, "That's hilarious because that's a blend of all 3." I'm like,
"That's
what it is.
That's it. That's the winner."
Yeah.
Now you just tape a new special?
I did. I taped a new comedy special for Netflix called Popsicle.
Oh, good.
Nice.
It's being edited right now. Popsicle, I call it Popsicle. That's what I called my dad.
Right.
You know, so it's like an homage to the father-son dynamic kind of deal. But it was really good.
Is your dad still with us?
No, we lost him. He had a stroke. He held on for 6 years in a skilled nursing facility. And if you know anybody that had a stroke or brain damage, there's no filter anymore.
No, yeah.
And he would say the craziest stuff. And at the very end, he goes, "Yeah, I'm done. Therapy's not working. I'm ready to bounce." And it wasn't emotional about it.
No, he just knew. Yeah.
He goes, "I just want to do milkshakes and drugs." I said, "Well, I like those things as well." So the last 6 years, I bring my dad a milkshake and I take his drugs. But I did learn a lot about him, stuff I did not want to know.
Like what?
Well, so I'm in there one day, just me and Dad. We're doing milkshakes and drugs, and this beautiful nurse comes walking into the room, and she's wearing this bright red lipstick, and she's gonna change his catheter.
Oh,
and I'm in there like, oh, do I leave, or how long is this gonna take, or should I just stare at the floor?
Right.
I was kind of looking down, and it's taken a minute, like longer than I thought it should. And I'm hearing some noises.
Yeah.
And I know my dad, so I'm like, I gotta look over there, and I look, and I see him. His junk is totally out.
Right.
He's exposed, and he's staring at her mouth. And I'm like, what is he about to say?
Old Popsicle still got something in there.
Yeah. I was like, he's going to get us kicked out of here. But here's what he said, right? He's just staring at her mouth. He goes, "Hold up a minute. I think before you begin, you should remove the lipstick." So in his head, possibly maybe
he thought this might be the time.
But because he's still married, he did not want to get caught.
Oh, yeah.
Smart, that's why he take the lipstick off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a catheter?
No, I don't. I think I would want to die.
So I had one recently.
Okay, tell me how. So my dad had to go through this a lot because he got urinary tract infections.
Right.
And there's different ones.
Yeah.
There's ones that go right through the pee hole.
Yep.
Then there's the ones that kind of like a cup.
I had the pee hole. I had the pee hole, and the good thing was, the good thing was I was unconscious while they did it. I was in surgery. So I said to the doctor seconds before, I said, "Listen, I am freaking out." He goes, "No, don't worry, this is routine." I go, "No, I'm freaking out about the catheter." And he goes, "Why? You're going to be under." I go, "I'm going to be under for the putting in. I'm going to be awake for the taking out." And he goes, "The taking out's the easy part." And I go, "Oh, I don't know."
But for you, it's easy.
Yeah. So, sure enough, when you wake up with it, you're like, "Oh, okay." You just kind of feel like something's there. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt or anything like that.
Okay.
And then I was in pretty bad shape. So when I had to pee, I was thankful that I had it because I didn't have to keep getting up to pee all the time, you know what I mean? And then the lady came in, and I was like, "All right, let's get this thing out. Let's get this moving." She's like, "No, not yet. Finally, she came and took it out, and she said, "Okay, it may burn a little bit, you know." And she pulled that thing out, and I swear to God, it was like she was pulling for yards. I thought she was like doing one of these. Like, I mean, it probably only took a half a second, but it felt like she was I felt it come from the back of my ass cheek all the way up to it was all psychological.
So did that hurt?
No,
It was
not
just
at
a
all.
weird feeling.
It's a weird feeling, and that's
Okay.
exactly what they tell you. Galvin had it done when he had kidney stones.
I had a stent put in.
Oh.
And they put it in when I was under, and they had to take it out whenever I was awake. And I go, can't we put me back under? And they're like, no. And the nurse goes, do you want some more lidocaine? And I go, I guess so. And she just goes like this.
Yeah.
And just lidocaine. Yeah. Just
So what
it's
does
like
that do?
No, it's supposed to numb it a little
numbs
bit.
Up, whatever.
Okay.
But then the doctor was smart. He goes, I'm very good. I'm very fast. And I went, okay. And he literally just went, zoop, and it's weird.
Yeah, yeah,
Didn't
yeah.
hurt, but it was very
So
weird.
were you awake when it went in?
No, I was under whenever it went in.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't
So
want to
nobody
be.
in the room has been awake when it's gone in.
So I have to tell you, I've thought about this a lot. My father, my brother, my best friend, they've all had it done before, and I've heard them tell the stories. And I thought to myself, at this many years of age, if they tell me that I have to get it done while I'm awake, I might just choose death. I might just say,
That's how. Yeah.
Yeah, I it's all psychological.
Right.
It doesn't seem like it would hurt at all, but the idea of it happening blows my mind.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, if I thought for sure I'd be talking about sticks and penises with you today. This is John Reep. Where do you meet this new wife?
Oh,
She
this
a
was
fan?
great. So I moved back to Hickory.
Yeah.
Look after mom and dad, the stroke, all that stuff.
This is like a Hallmark movie.
It kind of
Went back to your hometown, found the girl of your dreams.
I thought about running for mayor during COVID. That's not a joke. I did it as a publicity stunt
Right.
for my podcast. I called the local paper, like, I'm going down. I'm going to put my the register of deeds or whatever. I'm going to throw my name in the.
Oh, that's so funny.
And I knew that my parents' house. That's where I stayed with my mom and dad.
Right.
And their house was like right on the cusp of the county of the city line, right? So we have a Hickory address,
Right.
But we're not in the ward or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And so I conned all the newspapers and the TV. Local TV was there with a camera and them,
Yeah.
and they were watching me, and I'm like, I wore a seersucker suit. And I was like, yeah, I'm here to file for whatever, and the guy's type it out. Types in my address. He goes, "Oh yeah, you are not eligible." And I knew that was going to be the answer. And I looked right over the cameras and I said, "Whoopsie daisy!" But go ahead and put that in the paper. Don't forget to mention my podcast.
We have our guest in the studio, Jioaying Summers.
Perfect. Thank
Is it
you.
perfect? I've been
Yes.
saying it all morning, trying not to screw it up.
It is Summers.
Summers, you did not pronounce it right, but Jioaying was perfect.
Jioaying, that's what I'm working on. Very nice to meet you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming in. Listen, I'm going to be honest with you.
Yeah.
We had you on the show for a couple of reasons. One, we like to support comedy and the comedy club and all that stuff. Two, smoking hot.
Thank you.
Three, we feel like we will not be able to get you on the show anymore because you're about to blow up to be super famous. Like after the show is over, I want to take a picture because you're going to be one of those people like Kevin Hart where I'm like, God damn it, I didn't even take a picture with Kevin Hart when he was in the studio. Who knew he'd blow? You got to feel it. Do you feel it? Do you feel like you're about to blow up?
I feel it. I feel like I can finally block my mom's number. I'm so excited.
Give me the background. Where did you start?
I started acting in Los Angeles, and I think around a few years in acting, I auditioned for John Singleton, and he told me I should do stand-up comedy.
Really?
Yeah, I did an audition for the show called Rebel.
Rebel, yeah.
It's a police drama. The black girl is a cop. Her best friend is a Chinese girl. So I told him that's Rush Hour on a budget. Congratulations.
Do you think that your accent hurt you in auditions?
Yes,
I think
that's
it's
a
so.
problem.
I don't know. I think it's authentic. You could walk out here and be like, "All right, bitches, see you later." But it sounds so authentic. I think it adds to everything that you do.
I know. I can't even get a job on Fresh Off the Boat. Like, this is, yeah, they don't like accents. But now they are fine. When you become famous, everything you do is good.
Yeah, exactly. Now, when did you first go do stand up?
2019 in December, I decided to do my first open mic
In LA.
In LA,
Where was it at? Do you remember?
Koreatown, a
Okay.
little shithole. Guess it.
That's right. I'm not really even sure what you said. So you're good.
Yes, yeah. So I realized that I needed to have more time on stage. So actually, I bought my comedy club the first month when I started stand up on Melrose in Hollywood.
Did you say you bought it?
Yes, I bought it. That's what happens when you don't marry for love. You just buy a club. I don't want you.
Just buy the club.
Yeah.
You bought the club. So, and then you got up all the stage time you needed.
I was the only person working there at the beginning. I host 10 hours a day, like a communist peasant. I just host every day until we got bigger, and I hired. Now we have 30 people working there, but I did open mic 10 hours a day every day.
Oh, wow.
Until I got better.
Wow.
Nice.
And did you know that you had that in you? Because like I don't have it in me. I've hosted before and I could tell 5 minutes worth of jokes and then get the hell out of there. But I think that's my limit. Like, did you know right out of the gate? You're like, I'm good at this.
I definitely bombed my first open mic. I was very bad, but there's something about being. I remember my first open mic. It was really bad. I frozen. I couldn't speak, and people were telling me, "Keep your day job." And somebody's like, "Go back to China." You know, I was just like, "Mom, hi, you're here." I realized that I wasn't good. I was so nervous, but there's the feeling that I want more of it. I like abuse. I like when people don't believe in me. I think
right.
So
right.
I wanted to
Prove
find
them.
it. Yeah,
You like that?
I felt alive on stage, even though I was getting embarrassed.
Yeah.
Bombing. But it's a aliveness that I really craved, and I realized that's where I belong. I need to go there and bomb until I can get better.
When did you know that like that you were getting good? Like what changed?
Took a long time. I mean, not long compared to other comedians who don't have a club. But for me, take them 10 years, I would say, because it's just so hard to get on stage before you're famous. Nobody wants you. People treat you like a cockroach. They just really want to spit on you.
What is the club?
The club called the Hollywood Comedy. It's on Melrose Avenue, right next to Paramount Studios in Los Angeles.
Okay, all right.
Yes, we're pretty busy. When I got good is I remembered I always worried about my accent, how I look, and I know I wasn't good. And I remembered I keep auditioning for the Laugh Factory, the improv, and I never got a call back. So finally there is a search for the funniest female comedian competition at the Laugh Factory.
Right.
I remember that I've been standing outside in a line like every Tuesday, every day for a year, and nobody want me. So I went out there. I just did not care. That's the first time I did not care. I was loud. I was aggressive. I was just stupid. I didn't care about my accent. I got on stage. I had, I think, 2 beers. I got on stage. I did my thing, and I had no expectations. I knew they won't like me, so I just did my thing. I left. And the manager followed me. He's like, "Welcome to the Laugh Factory." So that's when I got passed. Is when I didn't care.
Yeah.
So that's when I know I have it, because I knew I was surprised. I was like, "Oh, I can actually be funny." I knew it is when I let go, and when you don't really want anything from anyone.
Yeah.
You
give it your all. It's so interesting because people say, like, I made my first movie and it didn't do good, and I didn't quit. I kept going. Then finally I have an Academy Award. Comedy. You when you don't have a good time, it's miserable.
Yes.
I mean, like, you walk off
Instant
stage,
feedback.
It's
Yes.
you feel terrible. You go home, you lay in bed, and you're like, I suck tonight. I would never. If I had one really bad, I would probably not do it again. So to keep doing it and doing it and doing it until you get it right. But that shows the passion that you have for it.
I want something. I would give it all my money, all my time. That's how I do it. I always make mistakes, but I invest in love, in everything. But
Tell me about your first marriage.
Oh, I was just my high school, not high school, college sweetheart.
Oh,
we were very young, and his family didn't want us to get married, so it was.
Was he not Asian?
Yeah, she want me to be Jewish. I mean, I'm cheap like a Jew, but I'm not really Jewish. So she wasn't happy. But we end up not getting the support from the family, and eventually it fell apart. But the father of my kids was my ex-husband. He's a Chinese man, and we have 2 kids together. But I have the kids. He doesn't really, or he's not in the picture.
Now, is this your boyfriend?
Yes, he's my boyfriend. I got myself a Midwestern boy.
Midwestern. He's got good hair.
I know, he's gorgeous.
Yeah. That's so funny. Hey, ride that wave. She's about to take off. Get in now. Before she becomes a doctor. Get her in medical school. Yeah. Now, do you have other comedians that are your friends or are they like I know? Well, maybe not so much, but
I love. I'm working with Bobby Lee. We have a movie in development.
Shut up.
Yes, it will
Bobby
be good.
Lee.
I'll be abusing him in the movie. Yeah. For sure.
In all of the years that I've done this show, Bobby Lee is at the top of my guest list.
You won't forget about him.
So I'll tell you real quick. He was in this. He had only really done Mad TV. Hadn't been on it for a long time. I'm talking about years and years ago. And I said to him, right before he came in, I go, so what are we going to talk to Bobby Lee about? That was the last thing I said. And then Bobby Lee came walking in. And within 5 minutes of the interview, he is in his underwear. he's complaining that he has straight pubic hair, and he is taking a lighter and he's trying to heat them up so that his pubic hair would curl. And then the next segment, we had one of our old producers was going to be wrestling fat porn stars, and Bobby Lee stayed so that he could tag team and wrestle the fat porn star. I mean, like, I never had a more giving guest in my life than Bobby Lee. And now I'm so happy for his success with his podcast because he's so goddamn funny.
Yeah, he is a natural and he's so sweet.
Yeah, he's a super nice guy. Gay?
No, he's just weird. No, he's
that explains it.
I used to think he was gay because I saw him. I had a friend of mine who was handsome. And he was like, "Who's that guy?" Like, he seemed overly interested, and then he started complaining that he was not having luck with women and all that. And I was like, "I think it's because you're gay and you just haven't figured it out yet."
I think my daughter is 4 years old, and the first time she saw Bobby was so nice. He was on my show, and he was just hugged my daughter. My daughter said, "You are very funny looking."
Oh, wow,
I was like, "Okay,
yeah,
you're a 4."
Put it out there right away. Did you have a hard time with other people? Like, I know guys are not particularly nice to female comedians, let alone a female Asian comedian.
I am just really, I think people really don't like me. First of all, my accent is very thick. People don't think I deserve to be doing stand-up. And then, of course, I look like this. I'm a Chinese woman immigrant.
Right.
People just see me as invasive. Like, I'm like the Burmese python. You know, like, you just want to fucking kill them.
You can't say that word. Carmen, you get that?
I got it.
All right, thank you.
You don't feel. I don't make people feel comfortable because I work very hard.
Right.
I work like a communist peasant.
Right.
I don't stop because I know I'm not enough.
Yeah.
Because my mom tell me every day, and she's still alive, and they're gonna live. The Asian women, they live forever.
Are they proud of you now? Do they understand that you've got some
say
success?
that word.
No.
But she likes the money.
Yeah. I bet.
So she doesn't verbally abuse me anymore. But she'll give me the nasty eye. She just look at me whenever I'm eating rice. She'll be like, "Don't want that rice. You're gaining weight."
I saw you on a video with LeBron James.
Yes.
How'd that come about?
So I think LeBron was getting Andre 3000 on the shop, and he said he wanted his favorite comedian, and they thought there was someone, famous. But then he said that's my name, so they found me, and then LeBron found out that I'm funny, so I got on the pod with LeBron.
It was great.
It was so fun.
It was great because you hung in there well with them together. Like,
Yes.
I mean, I'd be intimidated with LeBron. Yeah.
I really can't see his face because it's so tall, so it helps.
That's so funny. So how long you been with this guy? Let's talk about him when he left the room.
How long we been together, honey?
No, he left. He went out there to move the car, I think.
Oh, okay. So I met him in Austin, Texas. He was working on my show. His friend was hired to film my show. He was helping with his friend. So first time I saw him, I thought he was cute, but I didn't really. I don't want long distance, and I also know nobody wants a female comedian.
That's not true.
And a single mother, I also felt like I don't think he's gonna be interested in my life because I have 2 kids, and he is a bachelor. He's never been married before. I thought he was cute, but I didn't know he was interested in me. But he was very interested, but he just thought that I'm a random celebrity. He didn't want to bug me.
Gotcha.
So I came back to Austin on June. He was working on my show again with his friend, and he was wearing my merch.
Oh.
The hat, can I say ass?
Yeah.
Ass Pro Shop. It's Bass, but
it says Ass Pro Shop? Yeah.
So it's with me on it, with my ass on it. So I saw that. I'm like, okay, you are going home with mama, So we had a connection, but
that's good.
But I just said that I don't think it's gonna work because we
Too
are
far.
long distance. So he said, but I'll see you again. Let's see what I can do. So I went back in October for like 4 days touring in Texas. So he's worked with me and took me out on a real date. So we started dating since October.
Wow.
So now it's been 5 months. That's a long time.
Moving. That's good.
Yeah, that's long. Yeah, he'll get to know me. Eventually he'll leave. But let's enjoy this right now.
Who is your least favorite Asian celebrity?
Least favorite?
I hate Ken Jeong.
Ken Jeong, I mean, he's a doctor, so my mom likes him.
Yeah.
I hate that he's a doctor. It's kind of disgusting because my mom, when Ken Jeong become famous, my mom's like, I understand why you fail in comedy. You should be a doctor first. So I hate Ken Jeong. I can't stand him.
Something to fall back on.
Yeah.
I don't like him because he's so fake on that Masked Singer Like he's like, he gets so like super excited, and then
it's a Korean thing.
Yeah.
The Koreans are very fake.
So what is give me an order of the favorite to least favorite Asians?
So what right now every single Asian hate Koreans because the Koreans are finally taking over.
Right.
They are the K-pop culture, the Korean culture is more popular than Japanese culture now.
Okay.
K-pop, K-drama, Squid Game.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They have, and all the K-pop stars are so popular. Even like the K-pop guys, the boy band, even women like them. And I think first of all, like the Japanese always think they are the top of the Asians.
Japanese do think they're the top.
Chinese, Korean. Then we go down.
As a white person, I'd say Chinese, Japanese equal.
Oh, thank you.
That's how I see it.
I see that too, but the Japanese don't think so.
Japanese are snooty. I've been to Japan.
Yeah, they don't even speak English because they don't care.
No.
They just think Japan is
That's right.
Everything.
I feel that.
Yes, so
Japanese, Chinese,
and the Singaporeans they think they are fancy because they speak English,
right.
which is adorable. And then Malaysia, Indonesia, but then you go down to Southeast Asia, like Vietnam, Thailand, the Philippines.
That's the bottom.
The Philippines is the bottom of the barrel.
Right.
And in China, like I got really tan, my skin got real dark. I was trying a clothing store in Hong Kong because in Hong Kong all the maids are Filipinas. So my mom, the lady who owns the shops, like, is this your friend? Is your friend a Filipina? My mom was like, did you just? Shh, like she was so angry.
Right.
I'm like, Mom, being Filipina is hot in America. Just in Asia, they want light skin, but in America, if you are Filipina, I mean, you are gorgeous because all the beauty queens are Filipina. Their beauty is very universal, but in East Asia, they have different beauties. They're like skinny, light skin, like a bleached asshole, like white. Can I say it? No?
I got it. I don't know.
I'm sorry. That's all I got. I have two quota.
You had your Gio showed me a clip of you on your podcast where you're taking taking questions. And the funniest goddamn thing, I can't say it, but the funniest thing is when somebody said to you, I don't know, what was the question? I remember what the answer was.
It was about being funny and looking good, and whether you're ugly or funny.
And you said, if you want to look good,
hygiene.
Start by cleaning your butthole.
Yes. Yeah.
And douching. And oh my God, that was hilarious.
There's only lazy people. There's no ugly people.
That's right. That's right. Oh, you're so funny. Do you think he's the best looking guy on the show?
He's one of them. There's
one of them.
Oh, yeah. I'll take that.
A guy that is on the show.
We got sexy Tampa daddies.
I ask you this because we were talking about it on the air and the listeners, and I said, who's the look? We know it's not a lot to choose from.
Yeah,
we're like, who's the best looking on the show? And he was overwhelmingly voted the most handsome on the show.
I mean, it's like who is the least slutty Kardashian? You pick one.
Okay, rate us if your life depended on it.
Yeah.
In what order would you sleep with us?
Is that before the green card or after I have?
No. You get no comedy clubs. You get no green cards. Nothing. It's either sex or death.
Okay, so the first one, my kink is autistic. Who is autistic?
It's the closest you're gonna get.
Okay, so he will be on top of the
list.
My I want autistic because when you are teabagging me, I don't want eye contact. I don't want any eye contact. I want to be done in private.
Right.
Is that legal?
Write that down. Yeah.
I got that.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You could if I'm getting deported, I think you can take me, keep me in the basement.
Yes. You. There's plenty of room in my house
for safety.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'll protect you. Thank you very much. And then split these two.
Tag team together.
Okay. All right.
I'll take that.
I like the way you operate.
I already got my kink. I'm safe. Now I'm gonna explore crazy.
Holy cow. This is Jioaying Summers. She's going to be at Side Splitters this weekend. I'm telling you right now, if you're looking for something to do, you got tough competition. You got Shane Gillis in town this weekend, but it's already sold out.
Nice, good.
So if you were looking to laugh this weekend and you want to go see a great comedian, very rarely do we see somebody that we just like automatically and want them to come on the show. So I appreciate you guys. Where were you last night? You drive here from what, Gainesville?
Gainesville. Before that, it's Orlando.
How did Gainesville go?
It was
college town.
Yeah. People were overly excited. I'm like, just relax. I'm not only one. Do you guys know that in Gainesville? I don't know if they know that.
That's okay. It doesn't matter. Write it out. To get the money one way or another.
Yeah.
Well, very nice to meet you. Thank you so much for coming in here and getting up early.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. We got to take a break. We will play the game when we come back. It's a Mike Calta Show. It's 102.5 The Bone.
Gio says that Dizzy doesn't do anything on the cruise and doesn't understand why he goes.
I mean, it's not up to me. I mean, I'm down for whatever.
Who is it up to? Because everybody keeps thinking. And by the way, I'm cool with Dizzy.
Yeah,
100%.
What?
You, yeah,
It's
exactly.
you.
Yeah, you say
Hold on,
Dominus
just
Probiscus.
listen.
over
No,
there.
before you say it, and you have
Yeah.
to walk it back. If you said, I do not want Dizzy on the cruise, would he go on the cruise?
No.
Exactly.
There you go.
Right,
Yeah.
but
Then it's
that
up to you.
doesn't mean that doesn't get somebody on the cruise.
You absolutely get people on the cruise.
I can, but I don't.
And you do,
I don't
yeah.
have the. No, what I'm saying is, like, I'm not final say. Like, I went and said JoJo should come on the cruise,
And she is.
and she's
And now
coming on
she's
the
coming
cruise.
on the cruise.
Right, but I don't know if I went and I said tomorrow, hey, you know what? I think that John Senning should come on the cruise too. They're gonna go, okay, John Senning come on the cruise. They're gonna be like, well, no, we got too many people and blah blah blah. Blah. All right, then I'm
figure
gonna
it out.
then I'm gonna ask John if he
Because
wants
I'm
to come on
telling
the
you right now, no offense to Gio. Gio says so and so should go on the cruise. They go, great, Gio, pay for him. Or if they go, or if Gio says this person shouldn't go on the cruise, they say, oh, we'll talk to Mike.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey,
Ian Beckles
Dizzy-
asked
It
me.
is
If
the
Dizzy
Mike
stays
Calta
back-
cruise.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know, but
Like-
you know, it's this is 18 cruises we've been doing, and I have not made any of these decisions before.
Liar.
Wild, man.
All right.
You
Carmen, you're off the cruise. I'm taking that.
Ooh.
What do you mean? You say a wild or a liar?
I said you're wild
Oh.
and you're a liar.
Yeah.
You're
You are a wild liar.
A liar.
You're just, I'm just along for the ride.
I love how he
Wild liar is my new favorite.
You go against whatever we say. Like if we say that
You
you're-
go against what I say.
No. All of us.
Yes,
Everyone-
you all as a
everyone
group
listening right
gang
now.
up on me.
Everyone in the station.
It's because of my beard.
Everyone that works for this
I know how
company.
you feel, Michael.
Everyone that's ever heard of you.
Right, Joe?
is
Joe's
all-
on my side.
I understand.
Yeah, because you got him on the cruise and you keep him a job.
Joe, enjoy the cruise.
But if we say, well, Mike's in charge of all that, so I'm not in charge. No. And then we go, well, that's not his go. John Brennan's not my boss.
I didn't say John Brennan. Mike Olivero.
What?
What?
You never said John Brennan's not your boss?
No. John Brennan's not the one to make the
Oh.
decision.
Oh my! You're insane.
I will
You-
go so far as to repeat it. John Brennan is not my boss. He's the program director of The Bone. That's
And
he
what
is.
station is your show on?
Yeah, he's programming it. He's not telling me what to do. Programming.
You are
Anyway,
delusional.
you shut your mouth. Yeah. Mike Olivero, who is in charge of the cruise?
You are.
I mean,
Who has the bottom line decisions to make it on the cruise?
I mean, you and then Dan.
Oh. Finally, Dan's name comes into play. Dan is the one pushing all the numbers.
Yeah.
He's the one
numbers
he's the one that has to make the final decisions.
Yeah. And he's going to go just in case I can't make it.
What do you mean? He's never going to go.
No.
Now, when it comes to Dizzy going, this should be a decision that Dan makes. I don't have a decision on that.
Well, I mean,
If you ask me, I want to take everybody.
Oh, of course. I think Dizzy should stay behind for the only reason to make sure there's a board up in there from when we do the podcast.
Plus, he works
and
for
all that
12 other shows.
Yeah, why not?
Who is going to run things when
Right.
everybody's on the boat?
I don't know. Carmen's on the boat. Johnny B's on the boat. Dizzy's on the boat right now.
Yeah. There's
and Corey.
And Corey.
Because Corey was, yeah. So who is running the board?
Ask your boss.
Our boss.
Your boss.
JP and John Senning are going to be without Dizzy.
That's right.
Yeah, what are you doing? You're crippling the shows.
Listen to me. I don't make those decisions.
Yeah.
Does Dizzy think he's going?
Dizzy does think he's going, and I think he's bringing his lady with him.
No, she bought her own cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, did she?
She's-
No,
How's
she's
that
rooming
work?
with someone else.
Right. But that's what,
Yeah.
like, she bought her own
okay.
cruise.
So
Like,
shows
she's
how much I know.
going on her own.
Yeah. All right.
Interesting.
John Brennan's going.
Yes.
He's going on the cruise.
John's going.
Yeah.
Why is
All
John
right.
going?
And Megan's going.
He's the boss.
Who runs this thing where everybody's
Wait
going
a
on the
minute.
cruise?
You know what?
He's the boss, not my
You
boss.
are a psycho.
Dizzy
All right.
on the phone or no?
No, he did not answer, and I texted him and asked him to call in.
Because he's
He-
probably sleeping.
He's trying
well,
to hide.
no,
He's
he
probably
may-
listening. He's probably listening. He's like, I'm not answering. They're going to kick me off the cruise.
He could be dropping off. Daddy Dizzy could be doing drop offs. He does.
What?
He does have
Who's
like.
taking care of those kids?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
Hey,
Dizzy
what-
stay in the room, give us some water. So
What if
Oh,
John?
well, they're on the
on the
cruise.
cruise.
Oh, yeah. I'm assuming the real father.
Ooh, don't say it like that. Not the real
What do you
father.
say? This
Biological.
Yeah.
Okay.
You said the real father, like
Biodad.
he's a fake dad.
Rude.
listen,
Takes more to be a dad to somebody else's kid.
That's right.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
Oh man, a lot of people are chiming in.
Okay, what do
I'm
we got?
getting text messages. This person says, in all fairness, Dizzy put in a whole year of helping out the Mike Calta Show.
Is that from Dizzy?
No, it's not.
His mom.
And Johnny B's only been with the show
By
for
the way,
2 months.
Dizzy didn't put in a whole year of volunteering. He was paid.
Working.
That was
Yeah.
his job when he was on the show. And then the minute they offered him a new job, he's like, later, bitches.
Yeah. And how many cruises has he been on in that time?
Yeah. He's gone on the
This
cruise.
will be his third one, right?
I know
gone
he's been on
two.
before.
Yeah. So those were for those years working.
Right.
I
And what was he helping the show?
Who said that?
I can't tell you.
Why?
I can't. I'm not. They said, please don't say this.
Just tell me. Go ahead.
No.
Mike Oliver, you say it.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Guy or girl?
Lady.
Say it.
Go ahead, Gio. Your phone.
Here, show me. I'll say it.
Monica?
No.
JoJo?
JoJo.
Oh! JoJo, you're dancing with the devil. You're on the cruise right now.
I gotta be
She
honest
wants Dizzy
with
on
I
the
think
cruise.
she's probably getting on.
you. You're in no position right now.
She wants Dizzy on.
Look, I want Dizzy on too. I like Dizzy.
It doesn't sound like
It doesn't. Yeah.
You guys brought up Dizzy. I didn't say anything about Dizzy. I like Dizzy.
I like Dizzy.
I like Dizzy.
I like Dizzy.
I mean, it would be really funny if Dizzy's girlfriend was going and Dizzy didn't get to go. And then all we did was send pictures of us hanging out with his girlfriend the whole week.
yeah.
And he's running the board and loading the podcast.
Listening to everything. Oh,
We got to have her on the podcast.
Have her on the
then.
podcast, yeah.
That would be. Oh, of course we do. We got to get her drunk every night.
Be like, oh my God. Wait, is the mic on? Is the mic on?
Oh, man. All right.
not
Well,
a
Mike
mic.
Oliver, when will you make your decision?
My decision? I'm not in charge of anything.
Are you going to call Dizzy and let him know?
It's not my department, no.
I mean, yeah, of course it is.
No.
It's not.
It's the events department. So
See?
it's Dan Connolly.
I'm not the one who signs off.
All right.